buddy. Oh, Tom, you're already here. All right, let's try this.
It's been a long time since I seen you.
How you doing, Tom?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Uh,
How do we sound tonight?
you sounded really good.
All right, thanks. So do you,
Really, really
and
good.
you look marvelous.
You're marvelous. How was your day?
It was pretty uneventful. We had Vicky had a memorial service for one of their friends there that passed here a few days back.
Uh,
I went with her to that. Guy was out. He was a big avid bicyclist. I mean,
okay.
went to the bike races and uh, participated in them all over the place, and went out riding his bike and had a heart attack. He was here and then he was gone. I mean, that fast.
I'll tell you one thing. That's when I talk about exercise.
Well, I'd been thinking about maybe jumping on mine, getting ready for the 150 next year, but I may just watch.
Me and you might have to talk.
Well, Doc says I could do it.
Yeah,
I think he's more optimistic than me.
yeah. I mean, there again, nobody knows what's going to go on. That's what
You don't know when the clock's going to run out.
Yeah, but back in the day when it was all the big red meat no good and eat
Oh
more
yeah,
carbs and pasta. I had more of my friends dropping dead left and right.
saccharin won't hurt you.
You talk about guinea pigs, Maron.
Oh yeah, we still are.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why they practice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I love the honeymooners when Ed Norton was supposed to be the doctor. They said, "Well,
Yeah.
where do you practice?" He said, "I don't know practice. I know it." Unbelievable. Did you go out
That's
for dinner or anything? Or
No, not today. They had a little, a little bit of a feed on after the service,
okay,
and a little while ago. I mean, I didn't want to cook. She didn't feel like cooking, so we ordered a pizza,
there you go. There you go.
and I'm paying for it already.
Yeah, like I said, I had to get away from all that. For now, I mean, I was doing too much. Little
Yeah,
taste here, little taste there, little taste there, and next thing you know, and I know better. So, but I wasn't gonna do anything for St. Patrick's Day because lately, the past couple years, I don't know what they're doing to the corned beefs, but they
yeah,
taste like crap. There's a
yeah.
bad aftertaste to them.
It's about the pre-cured ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I bought 2 points, maybe two pounds a piece.
Uh huh.
Okay. And what I do is I take them, I soak them in water. So I'll soak them in water. So I'm going to make a pastrami, 2 pastramis with it. And we're going to do them on a chaffle. So I was,
Yeah, I picked one up. I picked up a flat last night, I think.
mhm.
What was last night? Friday? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to run by and get the wife some milk. So I saw some there. It didn't look too bad. Wasn't real big, but I think I'm going to. If it don't rain tomorrow, I'm gonna fire up the smoker and
There you go.
throw that dude on there.
I might even see my upstairs neighbor across from me. Really nice people from the Philippines. Okay.
Uh huh.
The woman Rose, every time she sees Marie, she comes over, gives her a big hug and a kiss. Hello, my friend. The husband Hunter, he just waves and hello, how you doing?
Yeah.
She took sick,
Uh,
and she was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks. We seen her like the week before she went in. So Marie says, "Oh my God, wonder what happened to her." I says, "Well, you were hugging her. Maybe she got the Italian."
Squeezed a little too hard.
Yeah, but she's home now. But he had asked me yesterday. Hard to understand him, but really nice people. And he said, "Tom, if I get a wheelchair, would you help me take her down?" I said, I got one bad leg. I said, I can't, not too good, I said, call the service. They'll come out. They'll do it for you, whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to take a chance on dropping her.
I said, I like Rose. I don't want to drop her. So, but I was going to fire up the smoker. I don't use that much smoke anyway, but I don't know if it would affect her. They have the windows open or anything else like that. So I just might put a little bit of smoke in it and let it rip.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean, I was tempted to put on just the gas grill and just set it and forget it.
yeah,
But I'm down to 2 empty tanks, and I don't know how much is left in that third one, and you
yeah.
know it'll go out.
Your
It
luck's like
has
mine, brother.
it has to. Might as well just throw it in the oven.
Unbelievable. And the other day I took Marie's got plants growing everywhere.
Yeah,
They're all popping like crazy. I
everything's
mean,
starting to bud out over here. We was talking about that today.
she's got grape tomatoes growing, and there's got to be 40 on the one plant.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know where she got these little hot peppers from. But these little jokers are about that big, and they're orange and green. So she made some. She made a salad for me, and she said, and I tried the new peppers, and I'm like this on the computer. Yeah, okay, yeah. Boy, that'd like to light me up.
Make you
Yeah,
make you
she,
shit in the creek so you don't set the woods on fire.
yeah, see, mama. But anyway, but there, that's going, and so we're keeping pretty busy. So
Yeah, we were out on deck today, and she was talking about getting ready to clean some stuff up, and I said, "Not before April 1st." You know, there's a cold snap a hit that third or fourth week of March every year,
yeah,
and I see my neighbors out, cutting things back and trimming things up, get that new growth started, and then that one night of freeze will blow through here and knock everything back.
exactly
And by
right.
June, I'm ahead of all of them,
Yep,
and I
yep.
didn't touch anything till April.
And like I keep saying, I told you all the time. Last year, April 15th, I'll never forget it. Tax day.
Yeah,
It was 120 degrees right where I live.
unbelievable.
Okay. Now tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's the 15th, March 15th.
Yes, it is.
Ides of March. It'll be 90 degrees.
Mom, if you're watching this, happy birthday. I hope the card got there in time. If not,
Happy
check
birthday,
the mail
Mom.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday. Anyway, so what's cooking? Anything?
Just this.
I hear you.
Just this. I went in the other room. I told Vicky, I said, because I knew she'd ordered pizza. And I don't generally like to do that because, I mean, there's not much nutritional value in it at all, the way I see it.
Right.
But, I can't ride all day on pizza. But I guess I am today. But
Yeah.
anyway, I told her, I said, we got the pizza coming. I got 2 hours before Charlotte starts. I said, find us a movie under 2 hours, and I got time.
Yeah.
And we got about 30 minutes into it, and I got a text from Charlotte. She she's a little under the weather,
Well,
so I don't know if she'll pop in here or not. But I told her, I said, yeah, well, we'll take care of it for you. And I
yeah.
didn't know if you wanted to play tonight with your other one or not. That's why I
No,
called you.
this is you two. This is your deal. Every other week. I'm just Ed McMahon. That's all.
Well, I mean, anytime we want to switch off, I was going to put my live up there, the starting soon, and just join me at Tom's and redirect everybody.
I'm going to try to do the Friday night again. Like Dude used to do.
Uh huh.
But I'm going to try to do that on. I had everything goofed up uh, on that Riverside on it as far as I guess it went to the main channel, so it went to the Keto Cook,
Okay.
and I tried to switch it over to the Sunday dinner. Well, I found a way to do it now, so I can put 3, 4 different studio names up
Okay.
and go there.
Okay.
But
So what Riverside had to say?
they were they answered me right back. Or what we have a video that you can go watch
Mm-hmm.
to do this, and I said, well, hold on a minute. And I typed back. I said, hold on a minute. I said, I'm new to this. I might not sign on. I said, I'm not getting any straight answers, or am I doing something wrong, which is 90% probably the problem. Okay. But what I found out was that um, when you do the live stream, okay, it goes, it's 720. on the live stream. But as we're talking and going, and it's constantly constantly uploading.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit back. But being it with the latency between that and YouTube, okay, it's mostly on YouTube side. So I try to get that taken care of today. But then I told them about the we were typing in and people from YouTube and back and forth. And they said, well, there's another upgrade that you can do, okay, and it's called live stream add-ons.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got to check that out. And if that's going to be more money and stuff like that, I ain't gonna. I'll
Hey,
go
Chris.
back. I'll go back to EVMux, you know, and just deal with my deal with the with everything. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
And, I mean, no software is perfect, and they're all going to have their hiccups once in a while.
Yeah.
But I've had the least amount of problems with EVMux, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
But then again, me and you were doing two different things.
Yeah. See, I took it down because Kent was really shaky.
Kent usually is.
Okay.
He usually is, even on other people's streams. I've noticed his, and I think it's his signal
Yeah.
out there
So
where he's at.
so where I got confused at was it. Last night it uploaded. I mean, it took maybe 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and that 2 hour was uploaded on Riverside. Kent was crystal clear like us. But my point is, to them, it already aired. It already went live.
Well, it was uploading as we were live.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. It was showing us 99% caught up to
Yeah.
what we were doing. That's how I interpreted that box.
So what I did was when I turned around after we got all done, I went back to YouTube and replayed it. So there was 90 views on there,
Yeah.
but I took it down because there was certain things on here that just didn't come out right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, once
And
we signed out last night, I got a screen popped up, and within minutes it said upload complete. I saw that on my side.
yeah, now see what happened was because it and and I liked it because it turned around and it put up Grumpus and Tom go live.
It did that?
Yeah, it did that, and it must have put up. I think there might have been 7 or 8 shorts out of it, all different configurations.
Uh-huh.
One on top of one of the four of us up on a vertical,
So
and the
that all
whole
worked.
that everything to that worked. But when I looked at the live on YouTube, it was fuzzy. It was
So I wonder why it didn't say Tom and Grumpus.
because I put your name in first
Oh, you did that.
as a guest coming on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know if it went alphabetical order, if that's something you did.
No,
Okay.
it was yeah. So I
That
I
wasn't an
put
AI thing then.
no no I
Okay, I
put that
got you.
into the studio and stuff like that. Now also there's a way that I can. I still looking at that. There's a way that I can when we go up that it goes to you also on there. But the latency problem that was a big problem for me. Now I don't go live all the time, Grumpus. You know that.
Yeah.
But it was just the idea if
There
the
you go,
tool
Chris.
if the tool was there, the tool was there. Why can't I use it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And I checked AI on it, and it said, "Well, being that you're not fully signed into it yet, you're still doing a free trial on it. That could have something to do with it, also."
Well, they should make you more aware of what you're not able to do on
Yeah,
the free trial then.
yeah.
They're
So
trying to sell something to you so you'll sign up, but you don't know what you're giving up by not signing up.
yeah, this thing's got a ton of features on it, though, Grumps. I don't know. I might be in over my head with it.
Nah, you're not over your head. You're just
There's
still in the shallow end right now.
there's some stuff on there that I was watching today. I went, "Holy crap!" But see, there again, this company, from what I gather, they did a lot of stuff with like a PBS type of thing. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. if it too involved, I don't want to get too involved with it. I'm going to be able to make my videos and do my stuff and move forward. I mean, but
Well, I mean, make it work for you.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's like uh, Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. As much as I get into it, I'll probably never use 75% of what's there.
exactly.
But as I get my feet wet in it and I'm able to do what I want to do, that's all I'm really interested in.
Right.
And if I grow into that other stuff, that's wonderful information along to pick up along the way. But I tell people all the time, I said, you don't have to touch every button, just put a video out. You still got the same things you had in the other stuff.
Yeah. Now tomorrow, I'm not. I'm recording it, but it's not going to go anywhere. I got another chef from the UK that he wants to chat with me and do some. Oh yeah,
I'm doing one tomorrow, Chris.
yeah. I get two small points that I'm doing. So
Yeah, I picked
well,
up a little flat so I could do some sandwiches through the week.
I'll we're gonna make the chaffles with them, but I always to make the pastrami, I always like the point on it. Flat's
Yeah,
great.
the only points they had, and they only had a couple,
Mhm.
and they were just nothing but fat. I mean, you could tell by feeling them, it's just nothing. But there wasn't
Yeah.
anything there.
These were pretty. They felt pretty good. And then when I always wash them because
Yeah,
this goop that they're putting on there, boy, I tell you, it's horrible.
the last one I fixed, I think I soaked it overnight and changed the water a couple of times.
That's what I did. I keep it in the refrigerator, get all that crap out of it. Here's my friend
God's desire, how you doing?
Diane. How you doing? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I made my way back in the corner closet. The last time I looked on YouTube, the last time I made pastrami, 3 years ago. So I looked up in the corner. I dug through the
Yeah, yeah.
cabinet. There was my rub. I said, "Yep, there it is."
Let me see how long it's been for me. I should know this, but
You doing one, Chris?
let's see. I did my pastrami video 4 years ago. Jeez, it don't seem that long.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if the weather's going to cooperate or not.
yeah. Well, I'm covered, so I just use a little bit of apple wood,
Yeah,
and then just to get it going, and I'll run them for a little bit, and then I'll take them. I'll finish them in the oven. I might wait till it's St. Patrick's Day.
that's not
Yeah,
a bad way to think either.
and Chris, I got to tell you, I went to the one store where I usually buy my meats and stuff, and for I don't know how many pounds it was, but it was a flat. It was probably maybe 3 pounds, 2 or 3 pounds, and it was $30 some. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I picked. Excuse me. I picked one up. It was less than $20. It wasn't a real big one, but I didn't go to the store looking for it. They were
Yeah.
just a whole counter full of them. I was, oh, that's right. Patrick's Day is coming up,
Yep.
so I snagged it. If the weather don't let me cook it tomorrow, then maybe I'll throw it in a crock pot with some cabbage or something.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. I like I said, we did corned beef throughout the years. I mean,
Yeah,
the
my
the
ex
last
did them all the time.
the last time in a restaurant, I think we did almost like 2,400 pounds of corned beef
Wow.
and the bread and stuff like that. And I just am back up to here with it. But the last couple times, I just had regular corned beef. It had a bad aftertaste. So whatever they're shooting into it and whatever they're doing to it. So
See, my ex was from Connecticut, so she used to call it her boiled Sunday dinner. She'd do the corned beef with the onions and the carrots and the celery and all that
mhm.
mess.
Yeah, my grandmother did all that. Boy, boiled everything. I was telling Marie today. I said, growing up, we were tortured. Every damn vegetable that we had was boiled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, we're having soup by proxy.
Yeah, that's quite a spread there, Chris.
Yeah, yeah. They sit. I mean, in the one place they sit for a long, long, long time. So this other place I go to, um, I don't know what the differences are, but I got them for dollar something a pound.
I can't remember what I paid a pound.
Yeah, I think one was $9, and the other one was I think the other one was seven or something like that,
Yeah.
$6 or $7, and it's good. I mean, what the hell? That's why you don't see me make a lot of them videos with corned beef. You know, in fact, I'm doing a video now where I tell everybody, "Hey, every time I say pastrami for St. Patrick's Day, I get a pain in my side. My ancestors are sticking me with something, because it's not. It's just that's the Jewish Romanians came over from Romania, and that's how that started with the
Oh,
pastrami.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about that.
yeah. So I said, yeah. It's just no wonder why I had no luck past couple of years.
What
I
what
kept,
Tom Vicky's about to ban me from your channel
oh,
because I was watching your channel the other night and you costing me too much damn money.
you got one.
I got two.
They were great. I mean,
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. I like it,
so
and I picked up one to send north,
nice. Yeah,
and
they
I
were.
used your link.
Did you really?
Got my
Wow.
35% off.
Oh, they gave you 35%. Wow,
I
cool.
think it was 35.
Yeah. They what I did, Grumpus, is I
Simon,
made
how you doing?
hey Simon, I made my Tommy spice and I put it right in the salt shaker. And I grind that up all at the same time. Yeah, it works really good. The only problem is you got to be careful because
It could be Chris.
yeah, do some grinding. But I every time I go to put it back, I hit the button. It's all over the counter. Marie
Okay,
says, "Jesus."
which video? You did a video just on that, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jingus.
Simon, check out Tom's video where he did. It was only 2 3 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was a short video where he did those. Because if you use Tom's link, I think you get a little off. They're
yeah,
pretty neat. What I like about them is they're rechargeable,
yeah.
so you don't have to fool with batteries.
It's yeah, Jingasa. It's Jingasa.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Jing.
I don't know if it'll show up here or not. Let's see. Uh,
That's her.
Genghis, but it's an Amazon link.
Yeah,
Use Tom's link so he gets credit for it.
the 35% off it is too. So I'm just trying to see something here.
Yeah, I don't want to say how much they are online because everybody go there and drive the price up.
Yeah,
Need to get there while nobody knows anything about them.
and Grumpus, that was one of them things where they contacted me. We'd like to do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told them, yeah,
Yeah,
right. And no, 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 we're going to send it out to you the whole bit. The next day it came. So I filled it up and I did my little thing. I wrote a little music for it and put it up. And I'm telling you, I fell in love with it.
this is for Chris. It's got a uh, it's got a button on the top so you can go a low speed or a high speed. They claim the high speed is for like cooking, and low speeds if you're at the table, so it doesn't crank out so much. You got a button on the front, and you've got to adjust these dots here. You've got adjustments for the grind,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's got a light on it.
yeah,
I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the salt.
yeah.
But yeah, look, it's got its own little stand.
It's got the pepper one too. You can get.
Yeah, I got the pepper one.
And
Real easy to load. Uh, a lot of washable parts, and even the wife was pretty impressed.
Hey Marcel, how you doing?
She said, "Where did you find that at?" And I said, "It was on Tom's channel." She
Yeah.
said, "You can't watch him no more."
Yeah, I opened up my own store, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they keep sending me stuff. So I turned around, Bill, and remember we were talking about I needed to get another uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay thing on there. Well, on the 11th, order it. Okay, $20. They said it's going to come the next day. Okay, no problem. Well, the next day never comes. It still says it's at 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night. It's still saying it's on its way. On its way.
Yeah.
On its way.
Don't you love that?
Well, I get a hold of Jack. Jack from India.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jack.
Hello, this is Jack. Let's get that straight right at the bat. No, you're not. Number one. Anyway, I said to him, I said, listen to me. I said, this thing was supposed to be here, okay? And it's not a big deal to you or anybody else, all right? I need it, okay? You told me it was going to be here.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, I personally didn't tell you that it was going to be. So we get into that kind of contest, okay?
That's correct, Simon.
Yeah. So anyway, he says you have to wait. It'll be. I just talked to logistics, and it'll be here tomorrow before 2 o'clock. Okay. So it got here last night. It's a little after 7:30. Okay.
And
So I waited.
where'd you order it from?
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
So I waited, and I knew he was full of crap. You know what I mean? So I called today, and I get a hold of Wendy from. I think she was from London or something, or she had a British accent. And she says to me, well, why would he tell you that? I don't know. You work with him. I don't.
He's your boy.
Yeah. I said, he's trying to get this cranky old man off the phone. So she says, oh my God. She says, this is not right. Let me see what I can do. Can I put you on hold? I said, if you didn't put me on hold, we wouldn't get nothing done. So she started laughing. So she comes back on. She says, oh, everything went through the whole bit. She says, you'll get your refund. Everything like that. I said, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. You don't know until you try, you know?
Well, I got these dudes in less than 24 hours.
Really?
I ordered them. Well, I ordered them. It must have been about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and it had a delivery that same day between 2 and 6.
Wow.
So it was just barely over 12 hours.
Yeah. And with you ordering it, I just chalked it up that, okay, I got a set of salt and pepper shakers,
Yeah.
And nobody's going to get it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I use one of the Amazon lockers. I have the best luck with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about porch pirates or nothing like that. And the locker's on the way home. Swing by. It takes 3 minutes to pull in there and punch a number in and get it. And that's the only way to go for me.
Yeah.
I hate being stuck at work waiting around on a truck to show up.
Right.
Because they're going to show up 5 minutes after you lock everything up and go home. And I've had stuff they've thrown over the fence and found it in the ditch in the water the next day.
Wow.
And it's just, of course, let me back up. That's usually UPS. Okay. Amazon's usually pretty good about, but they will show up late 3 days in a row and then tell you, send me a notice that it wasn't picked up, so it's been returned.
Yeah. I bought these little pumps, okay, to put into the tubs to keep the water aerated for the plants, right? Well, all three of them died. They sent me out another set, okay, and then with a code to take it to UPS store to send the other three back. Okay, I send the other three back. Okay, and today, guess what? The other three just took a dump. So I said, hey, don't make any. Come on, what's going on?
You may be getting what you're paying for with.
Yeah.
They
So I
got a,
ordered.
they come with a 3-day guarantee.
Yeah. You got to call Jack from India to get it straightened out.
You got a brother-in-law named Harry. He'll
Yeah.
fix you up.
Yeah. Mm-mm, you got trouble. Unreal. So I ordered a regular fish tank, with the two hoses and stuff like that. So
Okay.
let me see if I get that going. So anyway.
I picked up
Oh,
some. Wife wanted me to pick her up some fruit for a cereal the other night. That was Friday night. Went in the store. They had a whole end cap full of hydro. They called them organic hydroponic strawberries.
really?
These things must have been the size of golf balls. They were huge.
Hmm.
16 ounces, and there probably couldn't have been maybe 8 or 9 in that whole package. And they were bright red. Vicky said they were delicious, the best she's had in a long time.
Yeah. I got basil. Finally, I got basil popping through. Okay, on the machines that I bought, but in the plastic tubs. Okay, that I rigged to
Uh huh.
grow. Everything took off. Everything was
Nice,
growing.
nice.
So I was telling you, I bought that basil in a bag that was already cut, and I used what I had to use for it. Marie's got them grown. There's the thing on them with all the seeds or the flowers. Okay, and
Okay.
this thing's thriving.
So the plants, the roots are in water,
Yep.
but what holds the plant up? Is it
Y-
gravel or something?
No, you get a little basket.
Okay.
Okay, and it's like a cone shape,
Okay.
and then you got these organic. It's like dirt, I guess, but it's like a cone. Okay, a
Okay.
sponge. They actually
Okay.
call them sponges, and it's got a little thing, a little hole in the middle of it, and you only put three seeds. You want to see that job? Dropping three little seeds in with tweezers. I said, I felt like Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? Get me a magnifying glass. So yeah, and the basil's taken off. I got
Looky here.
tomatoes starting my hydroponic. Wow, wow. It's great. I mean, some of the instructions on some of these things that you buy are very vague. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I use some of their plant food to drop into the water. Did nothing. Did nothing. So I sent away for extra baskets and extra sponges and stuff like that for the plastic project, and they give you solutions to put in. So you put it in every 2 weeks or whatever, and squeeze it in.
Uh huh.
You know. So like there again, like the mad scientist putting everything together, and it's doing well. I said it's doing well, Marie, until it's not. So she
Well,
says, "Don't."
I might have to try that with maybe some basil, because I could tuck those in. Never. I mean, I've planted basil before,
Hmm.
but you got me thinking. Maybe if I took some of those at the grocery store that's got the roots on them
Hmm.
and just tuck those in amongst the rocks around the edge of my pond,
Hmm.
just let them
Wow.
roots stay in that water,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have to fertilize that or anything.
There's a guy I watched on there about the basil because I was getting frustrated about it. Now. Don't get me wrong, Marie. I gave Marie a $20 bill. See if she can produce hundreds because she can grow everything, anything and everything. When we were in North Carolina, but this out here, this was just I guess the weather just threw us for a loop, whatever.
Thank Marcel.
But this guy's talking about the store bought basil and mint and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
Is you got to take them and break them apart because there might be 20, 30 plants in there that they're all mingled together.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is you get them home, you start picking the leaves off them. Everything else is going to die, so you go back and buy another one. He said that's the whole idea.
Hmm.
So this joker, he broke them all up. He put them in all different cups and whatever, and he's got basil everywhere growing it. I said that looks good for the camera.
See, I could probably do that in the filters,
Yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
I don't think they would get enough sunlight because I got the filters inside my greenhouse, and it's just got a regular shingle roof.
Hmm. Yeah. See, I don't. There again, I personally I have no business doing. All I wanted was fresh basil
Right.
when I'm cooking. That's Marie's department there, and this and that. But I took a little bit of a liking to it, just to see how everything is popping and stuff.
Well, I
So
mean, it gets when I plant it in the garden, it gets so leggy, so tall and leggy. It's all plant, no leaves.
right,
And I'm just wondering if I planted them directly in the water, what they would do. I might have to try that. That may be a good summer project to try.
yeah. What would be really good, Grumpus, to try would be the baskets that you would use in a pool filter where you would put
Yeah,
the chlorine in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, use something like that. Okay, wrap it with a sponge or something, and in there or something. There's a thousand different things you can do with that. That would work well. You got a
I, could-
water
I,
source right there.
yeah, I could probably figure out some kind of little styrofoam raft and drop a pot down in it.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh wow.
Plastic pot with some gravel and just put the plants right in, so the
Hmm.
leaves or the roots would be in the gravel, but it would all be underwater.
Hmm. If you get a chance, check out Mike's chaotic gardening.
Yeah,
Mike comes in here every once in a while, pops in. That's all he does. I mean, he's got a ton of stuff growing. I mean, unbelievable.
because being in a raft like that, the fish would probably nibble at the roots as soon as they started poking out.
Yeah. Well, I
Fish would tip it over, and then the turtle would end up eating all my leaves.
yeah. Well, see if you're going to be growing basil. Your fish are not Italian, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Well, that
uh,
just sounds like something I ought to try.
yeah, you know what? Because you got the pond, you get everything right there.
Everything's there, and I mean, it's all naturalized around the edge, so it'd be easy just stick something down in there and put another rock up against it so it don't fall over.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take long at all for it to
Oh no, it goes.
root
I
enough to
mean,
hold itself up.
within weeks. I mean, it just.
Yeah, might have to give that a try.
You know what you do? Check out on Amazon, okay, and check out just these baskets for hydroponic.
Yeah,
They get the baskets and the sponges. Get a dozen of them. I don't know, $6, $7, I think it is.
yeah, yeah,
Get them, and if you get some styrofoam or something like that, punch a hole in the styrofoam. As long as the bottoms get water
yeah,
to
yeah,
suck it up into the sponge, I mean, you're talking pennies
yeah.
to grow. Give it a shot. What the hell?
Got
It's
nothing to
nice.
lose. It's already there.
Yeah, it's nice, fresh. I tried to do it in the pool last year up here. The people frowned on it. Yeah. Get your basil out of here. Along with the crock pot they got sitting there with an 80-year-old in there. Oh, this is so good on my lumbago. Here it is. What do we want to-
Marcel, I'd be willing to bet it's the water that gets stinky and not the turtle.
Yeah.
But mine's outside in a koi pond.
How long you had that turtle?
I don't know. I'd have to go back through some pictures. I've had it 8, 9 years maybe. In
Wow.
fact, I was telling Vicky today, I had a big pot, big plastic pot about, maybe 18 inches across. And I tipped that dude upside down and stuck it in the pond and put a big rock on the top of it.
Hmm.
And then I put a little bit smaller rock on top of that one that pokes up out of the water. So the turtle's got something to grab hold of, pull itself up on the first rock.
Right.
Then he can get up out of the water if it wants to. I've changed that rock 3 times. Now that rock is probably, oh gosh, maybe like that.
Okay.
And that turtle climbs on top of it now, and his legs hang over all the edges.
Wow.
I've had it. Well, let's see. I've had it since he was about the size of a quarter.
Really?
The guys in the shop found it. Well, the company behind me had a little drainage pond, and
Okay.
they had to come in and reconfigure a bunch of stuff on the property, keep the county off of them. So they ended up filling that pond in. Well, turtles just scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we had turtles all over our shop that whole summer. and they ended up redigging another pond, a little bit bigger for drainage. But they one of the guys in the shop found that little turtle and brought it to me in a styrofoam coffee cup.
Well,
You know how small that bottom is,
sure.
and this thing was running around the bottom of it, so it was
Jesus.
no bigger than a quarter.
Mm,
I threw it out in the pond, never saw it again. I figure a bird got it or something. 2 or 3 years later, I see this thing about the size of a maybe a pickle jar lid,
okay.
and he's been thriving ever since.
That's amazing. That's
But
really
you know,
cool.
everybody in the koi world will tell you you can't have a turtle in which fish because it'll nip at them.
Right.
Well, if you get one small enough that never nipped at fish or ate fish to start with,
Don't know any better.
it's never bothered my. I mean, I've seen my fish come by and swat it with their tail and just send him end over end, and just he's never
Wow.
snapped at one that I've ever seen. So yeah, having it outside where you don't have to change the water, just becomes part of the ecosystem has not been an issue at all.
Yeah.
But
What's his name?
if you're going to try to keep one in an aquarium tank or something like that, yeah, you're going to have an issue. You would almost have to put it in a tank half full of water so you can filter the water
Hmm.
and just give it something to crawl on top of with a heat light or something like that.
Yeah. And see, that's the main thing with the with this hydroponics stuff. What the hell? I never knew anything about it. But you got to air most of the time. You got to aerate the water so you
Yeah,
don't build up any kind of crazy algae or stuff like that,
yeah.
which can be a problem. So that's why with these little pumps. What's the turtle's name? Soup.
We just, we're pretty creative around here. We just call it turtle.
There you go.
We had a cat for about 8 years. We just called it Kitty.
Yeah.
Never did name it.
Here, kitty, kitty. That's pretty funny. Well, I tell you, it is warm out here. Wow. Let's
It's
see.
supposed to cool off this week here. It's it's 67 right now.
It's been beautiful at night. Well, last night was in the 60s. Boy, this phone, I like to take it and throw it.
Well,
I picked.
it's supposed to get to 86 tomorrow and 44 tomorrow night with a high of 57 Monday and 37 Monday night. That's
We're
why
seven.
everybody's walking around here with pneumonia.
Yeah, we're 73 degrees right now, and let's see. Today was 88. Tuesday is supposed to be 90, and then Wednesday 95, 97. Friday 99. So
And so there's two weeks left in March, and generally that last 2 weeks we generally get one last gasp of cold will blow through.
hmm,
So I generally don't touch nothing in the garden until April the 1st.
yeah, we that's in North Carolina. We had that. I put up a hoop house,
A what?
a hoop house.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, and that was 20 by 40. And what I would do is we would do in ground group, start stuff in ground, and hoe it
yeah,
up and stuff like that, and get that going. And I had a two wood burners in there when it did get cool. But this time of the year, there you go. Okay, so went a couple days being the 70s and
yeah.
50s at night or and stuff like that. And Grumpus, we had a storm come through that it was 30 something degrees. All right,
Yeah.
and it destroyed all the plastic, ripped it right out, and just
Oh
I
my
said
goodness.
took everything down and just take the heart right out of you.
Oh yeah. It's pretty defeated.
I'm telling Marie, hold the plastic. She says, I am. I said, where are you? I turn around and look. She's about at that far off the ground.
Like a kite.
Yeah. While you're out, get me some milk. Yeah,
There you
kids
go.
in the
Anybody
pool.
want to jump up? There you go.
And in the pool. Well, kids in the pool already. Jesus.
I
Yeah.
mean, I know it's warm out, but that water's still got to be cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I checked the water in the pond. It was. I checked it yesterday, and I think it was. It might have been around 62, 63.
That's cold.
It's too cold for me to jump into.
Yeah. That is
I've
cold.
got one of those wireless swimming pool thermometers.
Hmm.
Well, they make them for hot tubs,
Right.
basically. But I've got it stuck out in one of the filters in the greenhouse, and I can check inside what that water temperature is because I use the water temperature to regulate how much you feed them.
Mm. Yeah. Kids don't care.
Well, you got somebody to take care of them when they get sick.
Yeah. Exactly. Uh, I get sick. I got a murder mystery writer that looks after me.
Yep, just a new chapter in a new book.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I don't know. We like I said, but the weather changing and stuff like that. So, but 1995, hundreds are right around the corner. So
Oh yeah.
whatever we got growing, I told Marie can't keep bringing things inside and out of the house. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Inside
mean,
the
it's
apartment.
it becomes a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah,
That's I've got I try to plan ahead in the summertime for what's going to happen when it gets cold. And I've got to have things, and I tell Vicky all the time because we're not getting any younger.
yeah.
Those big clay pots, those 24-inch clay pots full of dirt. 10, 15 years ago, I could drag those in and out of the greenhouse. I probably could now, but I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And I tell her, I said, anything you can't move with a two wheeler is not going to get moved.
I said to her, she says, well, what we can do is we can make, we can do this and we can do that. Uh, and make this over here and put that over there. Hold on a minute.
Look who else showed up.
Uh-oh. Taco. I said, I can walk into the room and don't know why I walked in there. And you want me to remember to go take care of this and take care of that? Nah, nah, nah. I said, we got enough going on right now.
I mean, I'll pull, I'll go to Harbor Freight and buy them little cheap plastic tarps, $5 or $6, and I don't mind throwing some tarps over a few plants,
Mhm.
anchoring them down with some rocks or whatever. But even that is a pain in the ass because if it starts getting warm, you got to untarp all that stuff, or you're going to cook it.
Yeah. I was I was thinking the other night about Charlotte moving a garden.
Yes.
Sounds easy.
Well, I mean, it sounds pretty simple, but I don't know that I'd be moving my dirt.
Me, there's one tool I'm glad I got rid of was that shovel.
I mean, I understand she's probably got good soil and all that, but that's a lot of trouble to dig it all up, haul it down there, and then undig it.
That's right. That's right, Simon. Don't walk into the bathroom. What did I come in here for? Oh, you'll know soon enough. That's for sure. But it seems like now it seems like we're in a routine where I don't like that. You know what I mean? Get up doing the same stuff
Yeah,
every day and stuff like that. So I try to reverse things a little bit.
to break it up.
Yeah, just to do things. And Ray says, "What are you doing now?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just rolling with it."
Y'all might have to do a day date once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tonight I said, "Come on, we'll go over to the Italian American Club. Listen, I know the couple of guys there
Uh-huh.
that play over there." She says, "What time?" I said, "I don't know, 6:30." Are you crazy? I'll be yawning by then. And how the tides turn? I can remember being up 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's hard to have a nightlife at 1 p.m.
But the only good thing to look at it like that, Grumpus, is the PM part of it. Okay, the AM don't work well. But
Mm-mm.
once you get past that PM, you're good.
I know.
Boy, oh boy, unbelievable. And I catch myself. I catch myself every day. Lady pulled in the other day into the parking lot, let the car running. I said, I'm getting these gas fumes in here, and
Did she just forget to turn it off, or was she coming back?
no, she's in the car. You get a lot of nurses come in there. And they
Oh,
sit with
okay,
the
okay.
air conditioner on. And
Hey,
Marie
Susie,
said,
how you doing?
"Hey, Susie." She said, Marie says to me, "Go in your room. Stop it." Uh, that was funny as hell. Funny as hell. Well,
Well, going to my room used to be a punishment, but I
yeah.
can't wait anymore.
Uh,
I got all my
Unbelievable.
toys in here.
Yeah. Stand in the corner. I said to Maria, I said, if I don't have something done by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm screwed for the rest of the night. And especially if something goes wrong with the computer or whatever like that, or if I do something wrong to the computer. Time two things. I've been listening.
She's
I've
taking
been-
murder tips from your wife.
Oh yeah. And also, it's growing really good. It's really working well. Yeah, Susie, I didn't forget about you too because I got some mushrooms coming up soon. So make some mushroom. I tell you, I'm the Friday night thing. I just switched it around a little bit. I'm enjoying doing it. Going back on I, next Friday. I'm going doing a New Jersey diner food
Oh yeah.
that we used to go to. Yeah, when I was a kid. And we didn't go often. You know, every once in a while, the old man would say, "Get in the car. We're going to the diner." You still didn't mean that he couldn't reach over the table and crack me one. Unbelievable. Yeah, we laughed the other night. She put up a video about, and the character's name was Moriarty.
Where did that come from?
I tell you what, she got some. I tell you one thing, she could,
Next
she
time I
could,
get a dog, I'm going to call her.
but Marie couldn't say it in the video. We watched it the other night. I laughed my ass off because she had Moriarty. She was going. Uh oh. Hope you're feeling better. That was we laugh at Grumpus every day. We laugh at something.
Well, that's good.
You know what I
That
mean?
keeps you healthy, I think.
You know, she'll do something or whatever, or move some. Here's our play. Okay, I will put this right here. Okay, I'll go in the other room. She'll move it over here. What are you doing? Leave it there. Geez, but
I get a little bit of that around here.
yeah. I said, you just doing that to break my chops or whatever? Oh, shut up. She tells me.
Sometimes
uh,
Vicky grabs up. For no reason at all, she just grab it. She'll move it, set it down someplace, and I'll see her. I'll say, "Well, that looks better."
and you know what? Not that anybody really cares or gives a damn about it, but in these apartments, 55 and older, they don't use their heads about how they do things. Okay. We got the refrigerators, freezers on top, and the refrigerator. Well, half the time I can't bend over looking at the refrigerator. If it's not out front, then guess what? We're not eating it. So the other day, she's in the back getting stuff out of the back of the refrigerator, and I'm in the office on the computer, and I hear "son of a bitch." She banged her head that day 3 times getting
On the
that.
freezer?
Yeah, and I don't dare say nothing.
Oh no!
Too funny. But that's the way it goes. I mean, that's how It hit all over the country. I just read an article today that one of the cruises, okay, just 150 people were affected by some kind of virus.
Oh man.
150 people got hammered. I mean,
And you know, I think about that stuff when I think about getting, excuse me, think about getting going on a cruise or getting on an airplane. You know, I'm not a germaphobe, but sometimes I feel myself heading that direction a little bit.
yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I could care less about it and stuff like that. Even some clown on YouTube said something. You better wash that board off better. Oh, please don't go there with me. Just please don't go there. You know what I mean? But even going to the doctor's office, all right,
Yeah.
they're there for a reason. They're not just there to hang out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if they got masks and stuff on like that, I'm like, hey, hold on. So I told him, I says, can't we do this, via video?
Now, see, I've got some doctors where I go prefer the video,
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree.
but I figure if you want my copay, you're going to at least shake my hands.
Exactly. And doing a video visit also, doing a video, and if you got to go see the proctologist, that could be a problem.
Oh yeah.
You want me to do what? Where?
Be careful where your links are at.
Yeah. Hey, easy with that mouse. And a gerbil, is it? Unbelievable. Marcel, I don't believe that you're a germaphobe. Really? But you got to be careful, And
Well, I mean, you can be too sanitized. I think. I mean, you got to let your kids eat dirt once in a while,
yeah,
or everything will bother them.
yeah, yeah. Tuesday we're going to be 90, and then by Friday, Susie, we're going to be 97 and stuff like that. So it's here. I mean,
It's that time of year.
we'll probably get one or two cold fronts come through, and then Marie says her allergies are really bothering her because of the early spring. I mean, everything is popping out here.
Yeah, we went out sit on deck today. I had to take I keep one of those shop brushes out there,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's so much pollen out there. I mean, the top of the table was green, just a green powder, and had to wipe everything down just so we could sit down.
Well, the past,
If
I
not, to
guess,
track all that pollen back in the house.
yeah. And then you start wondering why you're sneezing.
Yep.
I got to get the carpets done. I've been putting that off. I got to get the carpets done in here. And we've been putting the air conditioner on now for the past week at night.
Well, I hardly ever turn mine off.
Yeah.
I
It's,
mean,
it's
I leave the thermostat on 70 year round.
okay.
So the only thing we switch is either from cool to heat or to heat.
I
The other morning we got up and it was 65 degrees in the house because it got cool, and the next morning it was 70 because she'd hit the heat in the middle of the night. So when I flip it back on cool when I head to work, when it finally warms up, I don't want it to be hot when I get home.
thank God me and Marie are the same as far as with the heat. Okay.
Yeah.
The way the apartment's facing, we get no sunlight in.
Yeah.
So it stays relatively cool. And
That's
even
good.
even in the winter, it doesn't get that cold in here. But I have a little heater
Yeah.
that we plug in, it's infrared, and put that on maybe for an hour in the morning, and that's it
Yeah.
to calm it down. But at night, the air conditioner goes on. We got a fan on
Yeah.
high in there, and then that's comfortable sleeping that way. So,
But yeah, it's just that time of year. I mean, you don't know. Like I said, what tomorrow's going to be 84 and then 50 something at night.
yeah. Then when you get into September, I mean, out here, it's just it's a long journey. So when you're 90 degrees is a cooling point at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, I have found out that, and I have checked over the years because I used to. We went a whole summer. We turned the AC off before we went to work. Turn it back on when we got home,
Hmm.
and the thing would run 3 4 hours. Finally drove enough heat out of the house it could cycle. And I probably use less electricity by just leaving the thermostat on one temperature and just leaving it.
Yep.
Because like I
Yep.
told Vicky, I said once you get your furniture and your walls and your carpet, everything all at a one temperature, it's not that hard to keep it maintained.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
letting it get hot and letting it get cold, it just wears the system out.
Yeah. Our electric company out here just got hammered I think it was from 1999, I think, or 2000, that they've been gouging the customers,
Yeah.
and they got hammered. Okay, they got to pay people back, or whatever.
Hmm.
I just got a letter from them saying that they're doing away with the high cycle time. So everything's electronic now. So I guess AI, whatever.
Yeah.
They'll drive through the complex very slow, and they're getting everybody's meter reading.
Okay.
Okay, and then you go get the bill.
Hmm.
So my electric bill is not high at all. I mean, it's if it gets to $80,
Oh, geez.
that's a lot. Okay,
Wow.
so they just sent me out a thing that they're doing away with the power increase daily. So they figure out what your let's see what your high usage time. All right, and then they'll bill you accordingly. But they're doing away with that now. Because they got
Yeah,
hammered.
I just paid 473, and I'm on average billing.
Wow, 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 wow.
Welcome to Texas.
Yeah, Jesus Christ out loud. Yeah, and I got to tell you, Grumpus, that's why that was the main problem I had in Florida. Also, electric bills were like, forget about it.
And I put a because everybody always said, well, you got the pond and everything like that. Well, I've got a meter on the pond, and I'm only pulling like 243 watts from that little pump I've got on it. So at most, I might be paying $40 a month, maybe 50, just for that.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about. I've looked into one company
Hmm.
that they've got. It's a little bit higher during the day, but after from 9 o'clock in the afternoon or 9 in the evening until 6 the next morning, there's no charge.
Really?
And I've been toying with maybe going with that because I've got a lot of stuff runs 24 hours a day around here.
Mm. Have you ever thought about doing just for your ponds and stuff like that with the solar?
It costs more for the batteries and stuff to hook it up.
Yeah, that's
Like
true
I
too.
said, like I said, the pump. I've got one recirculating pump. It's pulling less than a 300-watt light bulb.
Wow.
Because my Vicky, she said, "Well, it's that pond out there making it so high." I said, "No, it's the AC." I said, "When you go to bed at night and forget to turn that lamp off, it's burning more power than that pump."
Well, you want to say you drive along here, okay, and you look at these houses; they
Hmm.
are loaded with um, solar stuff on the roofs and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay, Marie says, "Wow, look at that! All that things on the roof and everything like that." My daughter's place had that, and I said, "But if battery goes down, you're talking $700-800 for a battery."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, and some of them have 10 or 15 batteries to take care of that. I said, it's not really not worth it.
And they've been doing a lot of research on that stuff here in Houston, and some of that stuff's got 25, 30 year break even point.
Yeah,
Well, your roofs don't last that long.
exactly,
So
exactly.
you're gonna have to dismantle all that solar system, pay somebody to do that, just get a new roof on, put it all back. You'll never get that stuff to a break even point. So I don't see the point
Yeah.
the point in it.
Now, back in North Carolina, just to run some of the lights and stuff like that for the greenhouse and stuff,
Hmm.
I had a small one. Okay, and I had a small for a car battery I used with it.
Okay.
Picked it up in a junkyard. But in the same token, though, with the inverter and everything else like that, and I ran them lights with no problem. All right. So that wasn't for smaller stuff like that.
Right.
Not to run a whole house and everything. That's ridiculous.
And
And
and and the wattage on my pump is so small that I think any kind of solar on it would just be overkill. And even in the wintertime, if it drops below freezing, I've got a little space heater I put out there
mhm.
and run that thing maybe 8 hours and turn it back off and put it away because I don't need it again for another season.
Yeah, exactly.
I might look into them peaches. Is that org? Yeah, org.
Hmm. I mean, there are alternatives, but in the same token, a storm comes through, none of it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole
Look at Simon bragging here.
295. Yeah. Well, I paid 196. Wow, cool. The org energy, not orgy.
Most I paid was $295.
That's crazy. It's a shame because I mean they got you. And the little guy they got, you know what I mean. And when I say they, I'm talking about corporate greed. I ain't talking about
Right.
no politics or anything like that. But it's just and the biggest problem I have, okay, nobody you can talk to. Okay, you're dealing with AI or this nonsense, or unless you get a hold of Jack from India, he'll take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's nobody to talk to anymore. And if you do, they could care less. When I called the doctor about my test strips, I went a week without test strips.
Yeah.
Okay. When I called, and the nurse, okay, had the audacity to turn around and say, "You're not the only patient." There's certain things that hit that switch in my
Oh, that would have lit me up right there.
in my old brain. I can feel myself. Hey, you
So
dirty.
when you got me on the phone, I am your only patient.
Yeah,
That's the way I look at it.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
back to the solar panels and stuff like that. Don't forget, we have a lot of stuff flying around the air when them hurricanes blow through. I don't want to go up the street and gather up all my electric stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It cracks me up. I watch a lot of stuff. Hey, hello.
Hey, Jens.
Hey, Jen. I like to watch a lot of these guys. I watch the guy Marie cracked up laughing. I tell you this all the time. Watch the guy build a complete cabin up in Canada and
Yeah,
never said a word. All hand tools. Why are you watching it?
and he did it
Please,
in 28 minutes.
yeah, with no commercials. But I watch these people that go off grid. Okay,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, they're putting in a solar system. Hello.
Well, I mean, they're homestead and off grid full time,
All right.
and I watch those things, and they're very interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, so where did they get money for the new generator? Where did they get money for the toilet seats?
There's
They're
a
out there saying they don't need nobody, but they haul an awful lot of somebody else's crap in there.
there's a guy that him and his wife. I don't know what he did for a living. His father had a place out here in Vegas that he would do demolition. In other words,
Uh-huh.
I guess with Nellis Air Force Base and stuff like that, taking these buildings, Quonset huts, and everything, taking them apart, getting rid of it. Okay, that's what he did. Now, obviously, he did well with it. All right.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
So his dad got him this huge, I think it was like 60 by 60 or 60 by 80 Quonset hut to put up. Okay. Out, he lives in them. They gave up everything, Grumpus. They moved from a beautiful 4 bedroom, okay, 2 or 3 bathhouse, nice air conditioned, a big pool in the backyard. I can't take this crap no more. And they moved. They bought land in the desert. I told Maria, I said, I know the salesman. I know just what he looked like. Okay, he had a big wide tie, a big plaid jacket, hair slicked back. Have I got a
He
deal for
should have
you?
he should have held on to that Quonset hut material. Could have
Well,
had him like a could have had him like a 40-foot wide and 300-foot long house.
he did. They did hang on to it, but they bought a camper. Now listen,
Okay.
bought a camper. Okay, then they were buying trees. Okay, they lived in a camper and they dug a septic, and then they went to drill for a well. Well, that
Okay.
was the first. I
In
told
the
Maria,
desert?
I sat straight up in bed. I said, "Oh, this is going to be good." They went down something like almost 600 feet.
Probably a hot water down that low.
And the guys, with the drama with the cameras and stuff like that. And then I think it was 40 grand for the well.
Mm-mm-mm.
They're buying peach trees. They're buying all these different trees to put up around, and that they were going to make an oasis. I told Maria, I says, find out, get his name and number. I want to find out what he smokes or what he's drinking. Because unbelievable. But we watch it, and the guy said he gets clicks and stuff from it, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was just hysterical to watch it in the middle of the desert. Really? I mean,
That's nuts.
uh, completely craziness. But it was funny. I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know. Maybe they went belly up with it.
Like that's like that old Sam Kinison routine he had on on the people starving to death. He said, "We don't need to send them food. We need to move them out of the desert."
Yeah. Don't drop wheat, drop a U-Haul.
He said, "You live in the desert. There's no food."
That's just there. And it's pretty funny how everybody got away from that phase,
Yeah.
because everybody and their brother was going off grid or doing this and that. There's another guy that's out here. He actually dug. He was in excavating and hurt himself and this and that, blah blah. They all got the backstory, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had to sell the backhoe, but before the guy was coming from the Midwest to buy the backhoe, so he only had a certain amount of time
Yeah.
to get his needs done with this backhoe. Okay, so he digs a hole in the desert. He goes down, he goes down, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet into the desert. Gets up the next morning and all the walls came back.
Who knew?
Yeah, I see.
Who knew you couldn't dig a hole in sand?
Yeah. Then he finally got one. He sheared it up with the walls. And the next episode, he had it all sheared up with the walls and stuff. Started planting his stuff in there. All right. Next thing you know, comes out the next day and they're all crumbled in. Yeah, I said, boy, you can't make this stuff up. Some girl.
I like to watch some of those because some of them can get pretty creative with some pretty good ideas.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can fantasize about moving off in the middle of nowhere and no lawn to get off of, that kind of stuff. But not in the desert.
Yeah. Hey, Marie, get me some bear jerky. I like the guys that are up in the mountains, up in the wilderness. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Snow everywhere. They get this little camp they're in, and the guys got the nuts to sit out on a porch, snowing like crazy, drinking coffee.
This is the life.
Boy, ain't
This is
this
what
great.
I've been dreaming of.
Yeah, 40 below. Ooh, looks like it's gonna be a cold one. Too funny. Yeah. So if you cook tomorrow, what kind of wood you using? You get your post oak you're using?
I'll probably use some. Let's see, I got half a dozen sticks of hickory out there. I know I got pretty good pile of mesquite,
Oh, I love mesquite.
and there might be a couple pieces of pecan out there. I'll probably do the mesquite.
I like mesquite. I always
Do a
did.
real heavy pepper
Yeah.
on the meat, and just hit it with some mesquite.
Put a little cumin on there. Put a little mustard, dried mustard. A A
Yeah,
little bit of cinnamon, mm, black pepper.
but like I
Use your
said, it depends on the weather. If it's cloudy when I get up, I probably won't do it.
yeah,
And I got new neighbors. I don't know if it's a nice sunny day. They may be out there having another fiesta for the whole day,
yeah.
and I don't know. We're still trying to get used to the new neighbors.
And it's funny because, like I said, all my other neighbors that that were here and left, and then you get new ones that come in.
Yeah,
Okay, and you start doing.
got to
And
break
one
them in
lady,
there already, all over again.
and one lady, exactly. One lady come walking past. I got the bighorn out there, the broiler.
Hmm.
Okay, and I'm doing some meat in there, and she comes walking past, and she says, "Are you cooking?" No, I'm water skiing. What the fuck does it look like I'm doing? Keep moving.
I'm burning the bodies.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
nothing to see here. Keep moving. I mean, nosy. Are you cooking? Unbelievable.
I could. I mean, if he were out there bothering me, I could fire that sucker up, just smoke them out,
Yeah, that's I would. I would get
let
them
them
used to that real
down,
quick.
go back in.
I would get them used to that real quick. It's still funny to me. I think about it once in a while, laugh like hell when that old biddy lived next to me, and I was smoking. I had something with ribs or something I had going on. Yeah, it was ribs because I had Marie send her over some. She come out and she's got the phone in her hand. And
Yeah.
she's screaming to me, "Should I call 911?" No.
No,
Oh.
I didn't make that much.
And she come knocking on the door. She said, "I dropped my pills on the floor and in the rug, and I can't find them. Do you have a flashlight?" Yeah. Can I borrow it? Yeah, here. Okay, I'll bring it right back. She's dead. I never see my flashlight again. I think it was left in the will to her daughter. I said, "Son of a gun."
Set you up, didn't she?
Set me up big time. Should I call 911? No, I'm cooking. Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
haven't had any neighbors complain so far.
yeah.
Now, I have had some of them hang on the fence. Hey, when's that going to be done?
I seen a commercial. Not a commercial. It was actually on YouTube, but it was more or less like an ad for outdoor living and stuff like that. These people were walking, husband and wife were walking up to the fence and knocked on the fence. Okay, and the neighbors next door took it and flipped it. So the fence went from a regular fence like this and it
Yeah,
flipped it up like that. And they sat down and had drinks on the fence.
that's a pretty slick idea.
I said, "Look at that."
That's a pretty slick idea. Because my old neighbors, I mean, she would call me, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Do I smell smoke? Well, you tell me, do you? She said, I'm going to HEB. I'll be right back. So she'd go get her a pork loin or some ribs or something like that and bring it over.
I
Because I've
hate what
told all my neighbors, if you smell smoke on a Saturday or Sunday morning, just bring you some meat over and I'll babysit it for you. It's the same fire.
I hate wasting fire.
I mean, it's the same fire in the firebox, whether I got one rib or 6 briskets, it's the same fire.
That's why with my old Smoky, I used to hate it. Okay, cooked chicken. Chicken come out the best on old Smoky. I don't care what anybody says.
Uh-huh.
And once we go in eating and I'd be staring at it, my wife would say, "What are you looking at?" I said, "What else we got in there? I hate wasting that fire. Let me cook something for tomorrow night." But unbelievable.
I may have to go out there and break down and get that pellet smoker put together. I was talking to a guy the other day. He said, "How long you had that?" And I said, "This is before they come out with PID controllers."
The Smithsonian called you too.
I said, I'm not that interested in getting the smoker into the works. I just want to see what's living in the box."
Yeah, we'll fire that up. We'll eat that. Unbelievable. I mean, it's the time of the year and stuff like that, and you hear people talking. well, the meat's so expensive and this and that. Well, there's other meats. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of other meats that you can make on that.
I just I enjoy the fires, and I just like cooking outside.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I have fired that pit up a couple of times, and just put a Dutch oven on top of the firebox. Because you open that lid on the firebox, there's a griddle right there.
Hmm.
I just use that as a hot top or a cooking service.
Didn't you cook something on top of the box
Yeah,
on
yeah,
on
I've
the
done
fire
chili. Several things I've done.
on the firebox?
Yeah,
Wow.
or I'll do barbecue sauces and stuff. Just set them on top of that
Hmm.
box and let them perk away. So
So,
I've got no problem at all firing that thing up.
so when it gets real hot out here, okay, what I'll do is I'll get the extension cord, run that outside. I'll plug in that Masterbuilt I got,
Hmm.
and I'll throw stuff in there, low and slow, and let it go for the whole day. I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about it, and just let that.
I mean, I hate heating the kitchen up in the summer.
Yeah.
I got the AC blowing. I'm in there and I got an oven going. I got every stuff on top of the stove, and I'm thinking, I could do all this outside.
Ah, unbelievable.
I mean, I
Grumpus,
can boil water anywhere.
I had pork belly cooking the other day in the oven, and I had it up on a rack and had my hotel pan and not thinking. Because usually what I'll do is if I have usually hot, I'll run them. You know, I cut them up. I made that with I believe it was with Brussels sprouts. Okay, with a little bit of bacon grease in there. But I opened the oven door and no smoke was coming out,
Hmm.
and I was getting ready to flip them because I cut them. Uh, smoke detectors went on. I said, everybody around me knows that I'm retired chef. And
That
he's
must,
burning something. The
that
chef is
must have been
burning
a
something.
really light blue smoke.
Yeah, I son of a bitch. So I had been put the fans on, put it back on again, and get it done. But what it was just there was no smoke, but it was
Yeah,
just from the grease and stuff like that. Well, I guess a little bit of smoke, whatever. That's how sensitive they are. I said, "Holy crap!"
yeah.
So, but I mean, unbelievable. I
Well, no,
would kill.
I enjoy cooking outside.
They have them little, I guess them park um, barbecue grills out here. For the charcoal grill and stuff like that. What you say?
So she's going to hop
Uh,
out for a few minutes.
okay, but anyway, I'm tempted to go out and do some, get some. I always like lump charcoal to
Yeah.
burn with, and maybe I might do something out there, do a little. And I'll know people. Well, are you cooking? Now I'm back water skiing again.
I prefer lump, but I use a lot of the briquettes.
Okay.
I've got, well, see, I've probably got, let me count here, one, two, three, four, five. I'm probably sitting on maybe 11 bags of charcoal right now
Really?
because I hit a sale two, maybe three years ago. Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'd mentioned a sale at Lowe's on bagged charcoal. In fact, I think he did video on picking some up. And it was, if I remember right, it was like $16 for
Wow.
two 20, what are they, 22-pound bags, something like
Yeah.
that. So they came in a 2-pack, and it was like $16 for the 2-pack.
Wow.
And he did that video, so I ran over to Lowe's, and I think I bought 20, yeah, 20 packages, 40 bags. And I bought, I've got garbage cans out there just sealed up with charcoal in them, all this stuff. And
Well,
I'm down to
16 bags.
about 10 or 11 bags now, I think.
Simon says they're down to
Are
16-pound
they
bags now.
16-pound bags now? So that's probably what I got.
See, in North Carolina, not
I'll
too.
eventually use all that stuff up.
Yeah. When I was in North Carolina, one place not that far from me, it was maybe about 10, 15 miles. That's what they did was they made lump charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you would do is you would go down to that place, and what they would do is you would get what they called I guess the residuals, whatever, the stuff that they wouldn't bag.
Well, they probably screen that stuff off, don't they?
Yeah, so you'd get I mean, I would get pieces like a wire of a log or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that
yeah.
in there. I would get all that stuff that they wouldn't be nobody would want to get, and I would get that, and that's Grumpus. I'm telling you what, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I prefer lump. Simon, you're probably. I think you're right because it. I've had this 3 or 4 years now. I
Yeah,
I, will, I wanted to say they were 20-pound bags, but anyway, I mean, it's one of them deals, Tom. We get tunnel vision on a deal. Doesn't matter if we need it or not. It's just a deal, and I
yeah,
don't want to miss out.
exactly.
I only use charcoal to start my fires, so this
Right,
this stuff may last me another 10 years.
exactly. I keep saying to him, I'm since I moved in a place like this, I'm more conscious about other people around me.
Yeah,
As far as I don't want the office calling me and saying, what are you doing?
you try to be a cordial neighbor.
Stop yelling at the old ladies or whatever. Anyway,
Close your curtains. Put your
yeah,
pants on.
exactly. And please turn the other way when you put your socks on. So, I mean, I have. I mean, I got the little G22, the gas grill and stuff like that, and I got that Grizzly. But I'm telling you, the Bighorn it is. I got that thing, Grumpus. What a freaking machine! That brought me right back into the restaurant again.
Yeah.
And there's so many different things I can do with it, but I can do it on here because it cooks real fast.
Okay.
Everybody knows that I do, but really by law, I'm not supposed to have any kind of gas container or something like that. And I use the little 1 pound ones like that.
Hmm.
So it's getting to the point where do I really need the extra bull crap? I have I have it on a stand, one of them wire rack stands with the little wheels and stuff. I can take it outside, but in the same token, I'm getting lazy in my old age.
Yeah.
So to go out, drag everything out, you know, to the back of the building, cook something 10 minutes, and then drag everything back in again. I don't know, it ain't worth it. So it's a shame though, because you lose your mojo with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But then again, a small bit of that fun might be because it's taboo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not that I'm stopping doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But it's
Claudio, good
just,
to see you.
hey, Claudio, how you doing? Anyway, so but I do miss my grills. I miss my Kamado. I had my little Kamado Junior. That I used to like doing my steaks on, but I also like making bread in it.
Oh, okay.
That old, very hot, real quick.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Pizzas come out beautiful in it.
Oh, I bet they do.
Yeah, but hey, me and you, but I think we're twins or something. I don't know. Maybe something happened.
Well, it's hard to tell us apart.
Yeah, that's true. Arnold. There you go. Unbelievable. I forgot what I was going to say now. But I mean, the same things that we do, but that we like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's we're setting our ways with it when it comes to that kind of stuff. So
Well, I think we're alike in some ways because we have so many different varied interests.
yeah,
I tell people, I know just a little bit about a whole bunch of stuff. I wished I'd just pick one or two and get a lot better at those.
yeah, yeah. I
But there's too many toys and too little time.
It really is something else. How fast things change. I mean, you're talking
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
You know? I mean, with AI and all this stuff like that. I mean, it's just I seen a thing. I don't know how true it is, but what they say within the next 12 to 24 months, year to 2 years, okay, the amount of jobs that are going to be lost
Yeah.
because of it. And you know what they're saying, Grumpus? Truck drivers. They're doing these autonomous trucks.
Isn't that scary?
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Hey, Jack, wait.
it's really not new because I I've been faking artificial intelligence for 70 years.
It does not compute. Call Jack from India. He'll help you. It's amazing. Simply amazing. The funny part of it, even with the food, okay, and I've been ragging about this for months now, maybe a year, about the cost of food. Nothing we can do about it. There's nothing
No,
we
I
can
mean
do.
you have to eat.
So I find these. I found two chuck roasts that I did a video on. Okay, it was marked down to $11. All right, and I take that as a win.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
mean,
I
I
just
have I went to the grocery store last night and it was it was over $200
wow,
and I had one of the small carts.
it's
Now the
crazy.
only meat that I bought was I bought like I said uh the corned beef. I bought 2 pounds of ground chuck and I bought some little fingerling pork ribs,
Okay,
short ribs, what they
hmm,
called them,
yeah,
and that was it as far as meat. I bought cereal, I bought milk, just the regular stuff,
yeah.
and it was over $200. I went out front of the store, I parked the cart, grabbed all the bags in one hand, and carried it to the car.
It really is a sin.
And I
But there
told
again,
Vicky, I said the only thing that's helping us is I've only been going to the grocery about every 3 weeks just to buy a few little things here and there.
I like I said, I found this Winco. Okay, you got to bag your stuff. You got to bag your stuff yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And it's a huge place, and they got everything in bulk. Like power, flowers
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff, all that stuff like that. Um, but the prices are really good. So last time I got a brisket for $48.
yeah.
Okay, this time and it's 75. So even this place is starting to go up a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but like I told Maria, I said I'm not going to bitch and moan about it anymore because guess what? I'm going.
I bought this.
There you go.
It cost me $20 for salt and pepper to put in it.
Yeah. There again. That's it. So I said we're just going to roll with whatever we got. I tell you one thing. I got so much chicken in my freezer. Okay. I'm thinking about getting a white suit and a bow tie. Okay. Every time I go to cook it.
Me too. Eating a lot of yard bird around this place.
Yeah. I'm starting to walk like this.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you why my freezer stays so full is like I just told you. I bought the corned beef, the chuck, and the little riblets. We ate the hamburger the other night. I made Salisbury steak. So tomorrow I have to decide what I'm going to cook. And if I
Mhm.
don't cook those things, they end up in the freezer.
Right.
Next time I'm trying to figure out what to cook, do I want to thaw it, swing by the store and just pick it up? Swing by the store to pick something up because I don't want to take the time to freeze it.
Right.
I'll pick up 2 or 3 other things because it's the weekend. I'll cook all of it. I end up not doing it, and in the freezer it goes.
I,
So when the lights do, or when the hurricane does hit, I'll have meat to cook because it's going to be thawing out anyway.
I turned around trying to figure out what I got in the bottom. of the freezer.
Yeah.
We pull everything out. Okay, and we
And
it
it never
started.
goes back the same way.
No. We started out labeling everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and this and that, and she had nice tags on it, the whole bit. Not now, because now it looks like a hurricane went through the freezer with everything on the bottom. I I pulled stuff off the bottom saying, "What the hell is this?" And I got everything in vacuum seal bags.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and I went like this. Whoa! You thought I was at the casino? Just hit a jackpot. Okay, ribeyes.
Ribeye at the bottom. Who knew? Do I
Swing,
eat
hit,
it or do I resell it?
yeah, boom, swing, hit. It's going center. Marie says, "When are you going to make them?" I said, "I'm not. I'm going to leave them in there. It's like a trophy." Hi, I got a ribeye here.
Might be a future. We'll flip meat.
Yeah, I got more pork in the freezer when I open it up. It goes, but what's up, folks? Ah,
Yeah, I
but
keep the magic marker right there in the drawer. I have to label everything because I won't remember what I froze last week.
and my neighbor, I bought a bunch of ribs a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. And I called her, come over, I got some ribs. Oh, I don't want to. I said, take them, for crying out loud, take them. So last night, where we were on the live, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Marie comes in and she's going like this to me, waving like this. What? Okay. She said, the neighbor just called. She wants me to come over. She's got chicken. I said, it's 9 o'clock. All right. Well, she got a meat delivery or a food delivery at her house.
Uh-huh.
And when she come home, when I got done with this last night, I says, what was that all about? She says, she bought 80 pounds of chicken.
80 pounds.
And she said,
Must have been a good deal.
yeah. And she's giving it back, giving us some here. Okay. I mean, the only thing that's drives me insane is alcohol. Now I don't drink a lot, not like anywhere like I used to.
Yeah.
But Grumpus, I can't figure it out. Why did that go up? You know what I mean? I don't get it.
I don't understand that either.
Holy crap! I like I like good scotch, Johnny Walker or something like that. But Johnny Walker Black for what is it, 750, I guess. Okay.
750 liters, yeah.
Yeah, it's $80.
No way.
80 freaking dollars. I said I don't miss it that much.
No, it's probably been 15, 20 years since I bought any of that.
Jameson's, okay. Jameson, maybe for St. Patrick's Day. I got a little bit in there. But not that I like there again, I don't drink every day,
Yeah.
but every once in a while I like to have a little snoot. Jameson's is around 60.
Mm-mm-mm.
I said, nope, I'm done.
Well,
Yeah, I can't do that no more.
thank goodness it doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
I've got a I got a cabinet over my washer and dryer that I built, and it's probably half full of liquors.
Hmm.
And years, and I'm talking 25, 30 years ago, the couple that lived next door, they were a young couple, had a little girl about 3 or 4 years old, and their parents would come. They were from Oklahoma,
Okay.
and once a year, her parents would come in for a week, and then another part of the summer, his parents would come in for about a week.
Uh-huh.
Devout Baptist. I mean,
Whoa.
strict Bible thumping Baptist. Well, every time one of their folks would be coming into town, they'd load up like a printer paper box full of all the booze, and they'd go through the house and clean up all the booze, bring it over to my house. So here, mom's coming in next week. We got to get rid of this. And I said, well, when they're gone, come back and get it. Just keep it. Well, this happened twice a summer, Tom.
I'd open up a store.
I've got bottles and bottles and bottles of stuff in that cabinet still because I don't drink it. But then I would call them. I said, I could probably hook you up pretty good with some stuff over here if you just come get it. No, forget it. I'll bring it to you. No, no, no. They're coming in a month. So you just hang on to it. But this happened
Wow.
the whole time they lived there for maybe 7 or 8 years.
Oh man.
I told him, I said, you're grown adults. You're adult enough to have children. He was an air traffic controller. He had a good
Oh
job. I said, you know, put that stuff away. And
yeah.
out of respect to your parents, just don't drink anything in front of them if that's the way they feel about it. But it's still your house. You can have something in a cabinet. If they
Yeah.
go snooping around, that's their problem.
I would have told the guy after they leave, get some scotch. Yeah, I'm a little low on scotch.
I mean, I should have just given them a list of stuff I like.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Unreal. I mean, I quit for 10 years. All right? Don't forget now, coming from the business, I drank every day.
Uh huh.
Every day, 7 days a week for years. Okay. Not that, not drunk or anything like that, but that just was the course of life of being in the bar business and
Uh-huh.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And cooking sometimes, people would send back, yeah, people would send back drinks to me. So throughout the night,
Yeah.
I have some scotch and this and that, but it was so friggin' hot back there. So I would drink. That's how the whole story started. Me drinking Chianti in a mug with ice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and all my Italian friends are looking. Are you crazy? Friggin' Irishman! Look at you. You know.
You work 16 hours in 110 weather.
Yeah. So I quit for 10 years with the bladder cancer and stuff like that. But then I started dabbling again. Have a little bit here and there, and I was like mortified of the price of a bottle of booze. Scotch. I like either Chevrolet's Regal or Johnny Walker Black. Johnny Walker
Yeah.
Black I used to sip. Chevrolet's I would mix. Okay. I was like in shock because the last time I would go out and buy it was $5 on the rocks for a drink like that.
Wow.
Now it's 15,
Yeah. 15,
20,
$18 sometimes.
$25. I'm saying, whoa. And then you come out here, all right, and it's just like completely off the
Dang.
hook.
I think last time I was in a liquor store, I was buying lottery tickets. That was it.
Yeah. But like with the bourbon, I'm not a big bourbon drinker, but with bourbon, I would usually cook with it.
Yeah.
It gives it a good flavor. I use sherry. I use
I cook with a lot more booze than I'd ever think I would drink.
yeah, yeah. So I go through that and use that. It gives it a nice flavor the whole bit.
Even
But
even like I said the other night, I made the Salisbury steak. Well, in my brown gravy, I always put a splash of wine in it,
mhm,
and I usually like to Vicky likes it with the milk, but she
mhm.
was out,
Okay,
so I dumped a beer in it.
there you go.
I dumped a whole beer in it instead of adding water, and I didn't tell her what I did. She said, "What'd you do to the gravy? This is the best gravy I think you've made in a long time."
Yeah.
And when I told her what I had done, she said, "Well, you need to keep that up. This is good."
Next time, get Coors regular, not light. Yeah, I mean, I always cook with most of the places I worked. I did all the sauces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Overseeing everything else, but then I would do the sauces and stuff. And uh, I always with red wine and with sherry and all different types,
Yeah.
all different ports and stuff like that.
I'm
That I would,
I'm usually using Pinot Grigio.
okay, yep,
I can go to Walmart, and if you get there before the winos show up, I can find what do they call it, oak leaf Pinot Grigio on the bottom shelf way back in the dust
hmm,
for like $2.95 a bottle or something.
yeah.
I'll buy up 5 6 bottles and put it in the refrigerator, and
What
that's what I cook with.
what I've been doing is I've been getting the four pack, I guess it is, or
Hmm.
six pack of the white wine and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. I'm a red wine guy, but also I do a lot of sherry. I mean, cooking with sherry is like fantastic.
Hmm.
So to get all that stuff, but there again, I still have like a little bit left in a half gallon of Johnny Red that somebody gave me, some Jamesons and stuff like that, and uh, then I got what the hell? I'm not a gin drinker, but I can't remember the name of the gin. It's a little black bottle. Hey, how you doing,
That's a
Mister
new name.
Digits? P
P
Digits.
digits.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's been around. He's been around for a while.
Okay. Cool.
And I have this gin bag, Hendrix gin. Okay, very expensive. It's
Hmm.
a small bottle like that's $40. So Marie says, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "Wipe it down every 6 months to get the dust off it. That's what I'm going to do with it." You know. But there's dishes you can cook. You make a little gin and
I've
stuff like
got
that.
I've got some a couple of little wrought iron racks, wine racks,
Hmm.
on my bar between the kitchen and living room, and I got these when the ex left. I was redecorating because I pretty much let her take whatever she wanted,
Hmm.
and I bought some different wines and stuck in that just for the bottles, the looks of the bottles. You know,
Hmm.
someone got burlap on them. Someone got they're still there. They've been there now for 30. Let's see, probably 25 years.
Okay.
I had some people over here the other day and she said, "Well, you maybe ought to crack open one of them bottles." I says, "I'm not cracking that bottle open." I said, "Lord only knows what's inside that bottle by now."
And look,
I
it grew
said,
burlap.
I said "This is not a controlled environment. That stuff's been sitting there just for decoration. It's probably so bad."
Marie has these bottles with the the old fashioned tops on them,
Uh huh.
like the porcelain tops.
Okay.
But on the bottom they're inverted inside, but then they have little curves on it so that you can set them on a string of lights.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you can light them up. She said, "Well, maybe we can put some food coloring in there and put them up." Nope, leave them be. I'll wind up one night get when I get a shot of something. I'll be drinking blue mango or something.
Oh, I'm sure this stuff's not fit. It's probably poisoned by now.
Yeah, Grumpus. There was a place in. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I watched a guy the other night eat a big tomahawk steak at. Damn it, I can't remember the Texas Steak or something like that. It's famous. It's been there since 1977. I believe I was there. One of the biggest steakhouses in Houston.
It Taste of Texas.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And I
I've
watched
not
this.
eaten there before because I refused to wait in line.
Yeah, but I mean, this place is huge. And I remember, I think I remember going there anyway. But there was a place, it reminds me a lot of a place in Tampa, Florida,
Okay.
that was called Burns Steakhouse. So when you walk into Burns, it looked like a brothel. Not that I was ever in a brothel,
Yeah.
okay, but it looks, the old
Just the
decor and stuff
decor.
like that.
Okay.
So you go in and you sit down, and they give you the menu, and you order, okay, and the price is what. Let me put it to you this way: they give you the menu, and most of the steaks had no price on it.
If you had to
So
ask, you didn't belong there, right?
exactly. So there's a couple. There was four of us. So the waiter comes over and he says, "While you placed your order, would you like to take the tour?" I said, "Here we go." I said, "Yeah, why not?" I said, "I just shined my shoes, so yeah, let's go for it, for the tour." Off we go. So they take us in through the kitchen. We walked through the kitchen, and there had to be 60 people in the kitchen. So
My,
what
my.
what what happens is what you ordered, they tag it how you want it cooked, the whole bit, and then you watch them cut it. Then they'll tag it, okay, and then they'll do whatever the prepping is. Then you go down through the line, and the whole place is stainless steel. So the people who own it actually opened up a stainless steel um, company and make most of their stuff and then sell their stuff.
Oh,
They have
wow.
different hoods and stuff like that. Okay. So now we come through there. And plus, we ordered a bottle of wine. So they said, "Would you like to go down to the wine cellar?" In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's rock. Okay. Down these stairs we go, walking around, and go into this. I mean, it was huge, dark, and dirty. Dust everywhere like that. So there was a bottle of wine on the side there, and the guy's doing his talking. I'm leaning on the bottle. And the guy we were with, he was funny. Tony passed away, but he was a great guy. And his wife, Marie, and the wife are listening to what the guy's saying about wine. I'm leaning on it, and the guy turned around and says, "And that one that gentleman's leaning on right there, that's a $400,000 bottle of wine." And I jumped away from there. So we get done with the tour. We go back to the table, and as we sit down, they bring the salad out, okay, and then they bring the steak. Now this is all a la carte, so you have to order anything else you want. So
Yeah.
I just got the salad and the meat, okay. Um, I couldn't see spending $25 for a baked potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. So steak was done perfect. It was a great place. The wine we had was really good. The whole bit. So they said, "What would you like for dessert?" So Tony says, "What do you think?" I said, "I don't care. Whatever you want to do." Well, we don't serve dessert here. You got to go upstairs for the dessert. So upstairs, when you went up for, and then Tony grabs the bill, okay, and pays the bill. So that's a separate deal up there. So I said to Maria, I says he had to go for as long as 700-800 bucks or more.
Hmm.
Okay, I said I'll get dessert. Oh, Grumpus, they take you upstairs and you sit in what looked like a wine barrel. You sit in the booth.
Uh
Okay,
huh.
had its own jukebox. Okay, had its own the menu looked like a Webster dictionary. Okay, with all these different desserts. We had coffee, cappuccino. We had went through the whole routine. They close the door, so you're enjoying yourself. They're having your tea and coffee, whatever you're having, and then the waiter every once in a while would open the door. Everything okay? Yep, fine. Boom, close the door. So when the check come, Tony went to grab it, and I grabbed the check from him. Okay, so dessert was $410.
I hope that cheesecake was good.
I, I said to Marie, I said, "Maron." On the way home, I said, "Good God Almighty." But I mean, it was a good experience. But that taste of Texas
Was that
was
Taste of Texas or maybe Sullivan's?
no taste of Texas.
Okay.
Yep, yep. So this one guy he travels the world. He's got 11 million subscribers, and he eats and would say they had all kinds of stuff there, eating and stuff like that. Sometimes he makes me sick watching him eat because he shoves so much crap in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to chew like that. But I said, 11 million people, watching him.
I guess I lucked out by not waiting in line. Best thing ever happened to me, there was a line.
Yeah. Yeah, they said they had something like maybe 10, 10 to 12 separate rooms that people would go in for, parties and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And they had their own kitchen for that. So I said, "Man," I said to Marie, "Boy, it looks familiar. It really does." Yeah, but they said right in Houston. I used to love the Summit up on top of the bank. And
Mm.
that joker used to rotate around.
The one downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I don't know what it was then. I think it isn't that Hyatt
It might be the
now,
Hyatt now. It might be the Hyatt now, but I think it was
but
it was on it was
the
called the
buildings
Summit.
the buildings around it has growed up so tall you can't see anything but buildings when it spins now.
You look at Mabel in there typing.
I took me and Vicky went down there for Thanksgiving one year, and we went through a phase we were trying different things on Thanksgiving
Mhm.
instead of cooking at home just for two people. And we went down there. I mean, it was good. Food was good atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
But it was funny as that thing spun. You just looked at this building and then this building and then this building. I told her, I said, at one time, this was probably a pretty tall building.
I, I had this one guy that worked with me. He said, by the time you get around from the starting point, okay, when you first started out, you didn't make that deal, it ain't worth it. Wasn't worth it. You spin around like that. It was pretty cool.
I cannot imagine Susie would be now.
Oh, Yeah, I mean, even out here now, Grumpus, they're giving deals. Drinks, $5 drinks, um, top shelf name drinks, $5. A shot and stuff. Everybody's sucking wind because no, I mean it's ridiculous, completely ridiculous. I told Maria, I says, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm going to have to up your price here. Every time we eat, I said, the food cost is killing me.
Overhead's going up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even, even my daughter says to me, she said, "Pop, dog food is like ridiculous."
Oh yes, dog food and cat food.
Jesus.
I tell you what, during COVID, you could you couldn't hardly find cat food.
Wow.
Maybe dog food's the same. I don't know. I don't have a dog, but cat food was just what you could find. It just went through the roof, and I'm thinking, why is cat food so much more expensive now?
Yeah.
And it's another one of those things that really didn't come down.
Yep.
It just become more available like it was, but the
Yeah.
price never did settle back down like it should have.
When I lived in North Carolina, we used to go to a place called Food Lion, and they had a policy that any older person, which I thought, well, hold on a minute, how are you going to tell how old the person is, or
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
gonna
mean?
card everybody that comes in.
Exactly. But if they bought a lot of animal food, cat food, dog food, I mean more than usual,
Yeah,
okay, they would to question them, ask them, how many cats do you have, or how many dogs do you have, and just try to get a feel
yeah,
that they were not eating it themselves. I said, boy, oh boy, really? You know,
yeah.
how
That'd
tough
be
times.
rough.
I told Maria, I said, I like Alpo, but God Almighty, I mean, don't question me about it. I don't know.
I think they just got greedy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
The
It's all
same way
greed.
with Vegas. I mean, Vegas just kind of priced herself
Yeah.
out of people wanting to do it anymore.
Now it's, you know what I noticed?
I mean,
Uh,
people are going to casino and drop $500 just to get a free $8 drink,
yeah,
and then they want to turn around and jack with that, and now they're
yeah.
complaining because business is slow and nobody's coming in.
No, yeah, you're right, Susie. Just being friendly.
Now that's
No,
funny, Susie.
yeah. Do you have 9 lives?
That's funny.
Do you eat that with a regular fork or a spoon? But it's serious. I mean, it
Excuse
was
me,
there.
sir. Do you makes its own gravy?
Yeah. How much water do you put in there for the cook? There's no bones. Let's see, because he's in happy, he stays in Vegas. Yeah. They, what they're doing now is for a while, Grumpus. I haven't heard any jets coming. Right down the road from me is a private airport. Not
Uh
right
huh.
down the road, but it's maybe about 4 miles from my house. You don't hear no planes. Within the past couple weeks now, that's all you hear now. Is these private jets coming in from Wednesday on, and then Sunday until Monday, you hear more taking back off again.
GPs, what kind of pal are you feeding?
It cost me $160 to feed her. Wow.
Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't take that much. I bought a see the cat foods is three and a quarter pounds or 3 pounds something. It was $10 and change, almost $11,
Mm-mm,
and
mm-mm,
that'll feed that cat for probably a week, maybe a week and a half. But
mm.
even at that, that's the same bag I used to get for under $4.
It's bringing these people in from overseas,
Bringing in the whales.
bringing in the big whales, and coming in and wine and dime, and they drop one. They said one guy dropped a million or two. So I don't know. Uh oh, basement.
Hey, we got us a show now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it here.
This guy looks familiar.
That's a good one. Thank you.
What's up, man?
What are you doing?
I'm doing a lot of things, and um, it's been fun, and I want to show you right away what I'm thinking because I need to explain you something
140
from
pounds. Sorry.
since no worries since 2000. Well, it does say Fancy Fest on one of them cat food containers. Oh my. Greetings, everyone. How are you before? Sorry,
How's everything
I'm.
down in Chile tonight?
It's
Oh,
chilly.
yeah, yeah. It's a little cold, but it is good. Hey,
Uh,
yeah,
Claudio,
the
Claudio,
applause
whoa,
is
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. What are you calling cold?
it's not that cold here. Not now. Maybe
Yeah.
in July.
Oh
In
yeah, that's right.
July.
Opposite.
They're backwards.
The other side of the
Yeah, yeah,
equator.
So you're coming into fall now, correct?
yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, I lived in Montreal, in Canada,
Mhm.
and I enjoy because I'm a cold guy. I don't like sun and heat. If I don't have water, I like cold because when I feel cold, I like the feeling of
Mm, I'm just
that
I'm
feeling.
just the
Yeah.
opposite. I do not like the cold.
Well, in Montreal, I experienced 23 Celsius under minus 23 Celsius degree. It was marvelous for me. It was marvelous. We don't have that cold here in Chile, but we have a lot of rain in the south
Uh-huh.
mostly. How are your families, dear friends?
Good. Everybody's fine.
My family's in bed asleep.
Excellent.
Yeah. So is mine.
Excellent. All good.
So Susie wants to know, Claudio, how did you find Grumpus and me?
Just unlucky
I'm,
some night.
Yeah. He tripped and
uh,
fell. He tripped and
yeah,
fell, and there it was.
it was very circumstantial. And I ask, let me tell you, I ask, what is the main topic? And they answer me, we don't know. So it
I
was,
hadn't got there yet.
okay, I like this place.
How'd you find us and why are you sticking around?
Yeah.
You
Susie, I
see,
don't know why I stick around. It's my show.
I'm here. I'm learning, and in fact, tonight for me to tell you and show you what I'm going to is this place for me is like something similar. What I have behind is a portal. It's a door between two geography or past and present space, and it's an idea that I want to share with you because,
No, you're not going to
well,
scare me and give me nightmares, are you?
no,
Hmm.
no, 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 not at all.
Will I wet the
My,
bed?
I'm building
At least you'll have a
my
reason to.
first.
Exactly. Hey, Grumpus, it depends.
It depends.
You're too
Sorry,
funny.
sorry, Claudia. We keep interrupting.
No, that is excellent. I like it. Well, long story short, I have I've been doing audiovisual and photograph 360-degree video and photo since 2016. So
Okay.
I have a little enterprise that I'm an agency of trust inside the Google Street View Trusted program. So I sell 360 photos here to restaurants and hotels and different businesses.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
I don't know how to engage and educate people because they are very ignorant about Google here, mostly. Some others know, but I just found two videos because when I started this, I saw many videos about cooking TV shows in YouTube in 360 degree. You know,
Mm.
so I'm a believer of manifestation. So I will go there, and we will make a 360 video. Or if you do it, I will be more than happy to edit. But if you let me, I'm going to show you a very short video.
Go
If I
ahead.
can share the screen,
Mm.
okay. This is awesome because you can have for a podcast, you can have so many people and one camera, and it's so simple. Let me share you this one.
Hmm.
Can you see it? Can you see?
There we go.
Okay, okay. So this video is very simple. It's a group of friends for the first time in a restaurant that makes barbecue in the middle of the table. So it's very short, but I want to see the form, the 360 form. Okay.
Okay.
Have like a real charcoal here, which is great. Hey, look at the eggs cooking. Reggie's like, look.
Yeah, we got a buffer.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it in 7020.
Okay.
But well, whatever. If it got stuck, I can stop sharing. But
See, egg
He
cooking.
needs keto.
Wow. It's pretty cool. They have like a real charcoal here, which is great. Hey, look at the eggs cooking.
oh no, it got stuck. It's buffering. No worries.
Reggie.
I see, you know what? I seen
May-
that.
may- may- may-
I seen a couple of
well,
videos
it,
like
it,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you think about the, I'm gonna stop sharing.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. the the premise is that one camera, in a 360 video, you have the space to put a lot of people around and to talk or to cook. For
Hmm.
example, I saw many 360 videos of different barbecues, a circle of many barbecues, and one host exploring and tasting in every barbecue in this 360 video. Like a contest kind of.
Uh huh. So are they spinning the camera on a tripod, or is it?
Yeah,
I'll be, I'll be
in
right back, guys.
fact, is cheaper than to have three cameras
Yeah. Yeah.
and light and all the half and half
Pretty cool
studio.
technique.
Yeah, and you are able to the the most amazing part of this technique, in my opinion, is that people, when they see the video, they can choose what to watch. If I have seven barbecues around, I can choose which one I want to see.
Oh. Oh,
So that,
really? Okay.
yeah, that immersive experience, I think, in your topic of cooking and recipes and have guests, if you can find someone that makes 360 videos where you live, I think it would be a very innovation, but very entertaining
So
podcast video.
in order for people to pick, then you would have to have individual cameras, right? And then sew them together in editing. How does that
No, no,
work?
no. You have just one camera in the center, and
Okay.
that camera is 360. I have
Correct.
my camera. It's a Ricoh Theta V camera, and I can record 360 video in 4K.
So how do
So
you select where you want, what direction you want to see?
you click and you move. So
And it
that's
moves
what
the
I want.
camera?
Yeah, it moves the
Oh,
image.
okay, okay, I got you. So it's viewer controlled.
It's VR, virtual reality.
Okay, okay.
It's a very, if you can find somebody there that record video in 360, yeah, it would be, I think, so amazing for you, so entertaining, because you can be in your backyard with many people in a circle, and you can chat, and you can also, of course, record the audio with microphones, but the same camera records 360 audio in
Okay.
the 360 video.
Well, Peaches has seen it, and Simon's seen it. Okay, I guess I'm the odd man out. I guess
Um,
I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
out.
send you. I'm gonna send you the link of one video for you
Okay,
maybe to share,
I'll
because
check it out tomorrow.
if I share it now, it will be buffering like the one before. But I'm gonna send you the link.
What'd you do, Tom?
Lights went dim.
Oh,
Hold on a minute.
I mean it don't look bad, but it look different.
No. I get like that. It looked like a ghost, for crying out loud. Let me try to put it up this way.
Uh, Grumpus, I just sent you in the private chat the link for you to save it. Whatever.
Okay, let me copy and paste
Well,
that right now. While
I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to bed now. It's 3:15 a.m. here. But
I'm glad you stopped by. I said, hey,
yeah, thank you very much. And I see a place with you making a 360 video.
well, I'm generally
Maybe
hiding
do
in
that.
the backyard, so I don't have to deal with people.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
Take
that's.
care.
Are you heading out? Something I said?
Yeah, I sent the Grumpus one link of a 360 video if you wanted to watch it later, or another day.
Sure.
I need to go to bed now, but I really appreciate your space again. And like I said, I will repeat it. I see myself with you recording a very nice and entertaining video.
Okay, well, you have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep. Appreciate it, Claudio. Nice to see you again.
Once again, it's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Take care.
Take
Make
Bye
care.
care.
bye.
God bless.
That's
Pretty
pretty
cool, isn't
slick.
it?
There we go. I tried setting up different scenes. I think it's just easier to stretch that thing around.
It is. Unbelievable. He's a good guy. I've seen. I don't know how that works. No, these newer cameras now they will do the 360. As a matter of fact, in Riverside, there's a thing that you can get to do a 360. So
But he was talking about the watcher, the viewer being able to control it. So
yeah.
if you had multiple viewers, then what do? You just got one assigned. I mean, can't everybody be on that thing spinning
Well,
around at once?
oh, I think what would happen would be once you get it, once you put it up. So you know what, Grumpus? It's almost like Google Earth. Okay, so Google Earth does that 360.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay, so it would be each individual that clicked on it that would be able to do it. You know what I mean? There's one guy out here that does buffets. He videos buffets, and he'll go around with the camera. And like I said, he's got them new. Can't remember the name of them, but they're real tiny. Okay, and them things will spin.
Okay.
Believe believe almost like 180, and then you know you can do it. But once you click on, you'll do the whole thing.
I got you.
And
Okay.
then it'll spin around like that. Good feature. I mean, see, for somebody like me with that, I'm just frontal like that. So unless I was in a scene like they were sitting there with that hibachi.
Well, yeah, but in your particular case, when you're cooking and that arm reaches in and grabs that dirty spoon, you could flip it around and see where it went.
So how me and you are, um, savers, okay, because something might come in handy.
Yeah, yeah. We-
Okay.
We're thrifty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the ticket. You're marvelous. So when I got this thing, and
Okay.
the reason why I wanted to get this was because I had PVC pipe, okay, that were made into a T, okay, and they stuck it in all ends. So what I did was I took actually it was a three-way piece, okay. So taking my videos, I have the arm, okay, and trying to get the camera on here. So
Hmm.
every time I would do a shot down of me plating something like that,
Right.
when I went into editing, I had to put a 180 on it. And sometimes it didn't look right.
Oh, you
Okay.
had to mirror it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
So now what I did was I took this PVC pipe and I put it to the bottom of my arm. Okay. So now I have a place where I put the camera on facing me. And now I have this arm that I put the camera on here and it goes straight down. And I can maneuver it much easier.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'm
as
with
I
you.
put a pan down, I can turn it this way, the whole 9 yards that way. So Marie kept saying to me, that's what you wanted to do with that pipe. Yeah, yeah, that's the ticket. So you got to be able to, move things around a little bit.
Well, sometimes our cases are so particular. Sometimes you have to MacGyver it.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, and the kitchen's odd. Okay, so I do have an island, but you know, the living room's right there, so I would have to set things up what a pain in the butt. But
Especially when you got, like you say, you got to set it up and take it down every time.
yeah, I'm still having lighting issues with the fluorescent lights in there. No matter what I do to it, comes up. Sometimes it comes up like I'm being washed and stuff.
Fluorescents are hard because
Yeah,
you you can't quite find the right color.
yeah,
You go daylight, it kind of greens on you a little bit, and then you go to a cool white, it goes blue. I mean, the camera, it's in a way, it's amazing what our eyeballs and our brain, how it
yeah,
balances stuff.
yeah.
And then you look at the normal, what looks normal to us through a camera, and it picks up all the stuff that our brain is filtering out.
Right.
And sometimes you think, just how ugly was that woman?
Yeah. Boy, was it the lighting or the
I mean, it
scotch?
was questionable when I was looking at her, but don't
Yeah,
put the light on her.
yeah. Was it the scotch or the lighting? I don't know. A little bit of both. But like I said, I've been, work in progress, and I do what I have to do. Lately, I've been shutting a couple lights off for the beginnings, and then I got a stainless steel table, work table.
Yeah.
I had to go get wood, put wood on top of that to stop the shine back. You know,
Yeah. I mean, there's
so
all
this,
kinds of stuff you don't think about till you actually try it.
yeah, exactly. But there again, and then go to buy stuff to enhance what you're doing, and then come to find out that didn't work or it broke or whatever. So
That's how we end up with so much stuff we're not using.
yeah. So then, like I told Maria, I says I could probably make it. What I want, I can probably make it a lot cheaper than I can buy this thing. Well, that little thing that I bought was $20.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, if
So,
it's got the word camera associated with it, I mean, it just quadruples in what it costs to
mhm,
make it.
yeah.
But it,
So
it took me forever to get my lights set right to where my glasses didn't light up like headlights.
look at mine right now. So,
And I went through the same thing, and I ended up putting everything on arms so I could move it around and test it before I mounted it permanently.
yeah. So your lighting is perfect right there.
Well, I've got a right up here. I have a daylight. Well, let me rephrase that. It's 5,600 Kelvin, I think, is what I got that set on. And this one here is more of a yellow glow. So it's way down on the spectrum, but that just makes me not quite so washed out,
Yeah, see right here.
and it's dimmer than this one. So see, even without this one, see, I end up with a shadow on this side.
Yeah.
And I look pale as crap.
Yeah, well, I look like I need a blood transfusion for crying out loud. And Grumpus, I got paper around the globe.
Yeah.
I got another drop on there to stop to kick off of there. I
Mhm.
don't know what else to do. I mean,
I've got my light in the center of the room, my ceiling light. I've got it turned off
yeah, that's what I just did now to see if this other light would work, but it was just
because it throws a hot spot on the green screen.
yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. And there again, but in the kitchen, when I'm cooking, I'm working with that right now, trying to get it pretty squared up. Yeah, that's right. Seinfeld. I remember seeing that. You know what? I don't even know what's on TV anymore because I don't watch
I
regular
don't
TV.
either. I don't watch regular TV.
I have no clue. What's going on.
I mean, there's like 2 shows that Vicky records, and we'll wait until there's like 3 or 4 recordings, and we'll binge watch 3 of them in a row.
Yeah,
And that's about it on regular TV.
So now tonight when I go in, I'll make sure my other video that's going up goes up all right and everything else like that. I have no problems. Grumpus, 2 weeks ago, we got done. When I'm to go see my video, I had the wrong video up. I put the wrong video up because once I set them,
Yeah.
For the time and schedule them, I don't go back and look at them again. So I might have 4 or 5 videos that are waiting to go.
Okay.
Like for the month of February, I had the same one on twice.
So
So I had to switch it around.
can't remember what the last one was I watched on your channel. It was
That was the sampler.
yes, the sampler. Now I mean that's a Friday night meal for me and Vicky.
Mhm.
Neither one of us feel like cooking. If we don't go out, I'll do a charcuterie board or something like that, and we just watch a movie and just pick.
We would do now. Very rarely did we do. Well, we did them once a week, but in our restaurant we would do specials. Okay, but if I got a good deal on stuff like that, and I would put them at maybe 4 to 5 different specials we would put up. Right. So what I would do is I got to the point where this is crazy with everything else we have. I am just going to make a sampler for 2. Okay, don't hurt. And that took off like crazy. And that became a thing in our area. Susie says, question, I know.
Oh, did I miss one?
Okay, what you say there? Shorts out of your period, but can you tell me quickly in a nutshell how they do it myself through
Well,
YouTube
Susie,
Studio?
you have to take a breath once in a while. I don't know how to do the shorts out of a long one. It's all in the editing.
Yeah, if you go into your editor, okay, what you would have to do is you'd have to go in and pick what you want out of it and cut that out.
Pick a segment.
Pick a segment, cut it out, and then save that. Get rid of everything else, and then put that up as a short. So no more than 3 minutes. Matter of fact, I would keep it like a minute 10 would be the right way. I connect it with this one. They connected with me, by the way, with this one company, Opus One. I'm sorry.
Now in Susie's case, the type of video that she does, just off the top of my head, I would probably start, cut the segment out that you want, and I would probably I would fade in from black. I'd fade into the video with the audio. So it's obvious that we're picking up in the middle of something. And then when you've made your point and you're done, I would fade out with you still talking, fade the video out, fade it to black.
Mhm.
So it's obvious that that's just a segment of a bigger conversation.
Yeah.
Because the type of video she does, it's one topic and it's just ongoing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now last night, okay, we got Susie. The name of the company is Opus Clips. Opus Clip. No S. Opus Clip.
Opus clips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They're fantastic. I mean, I did a one-on-one interview with them um, about how I do things and why I do things and blah blah blah, and how I came to them. But but what you want to do is you got to make sure that it's vertical. Okay, you got to when you do that segment, you got to make sure that it goes up vertical. So if you do it through your computer, download it into your computer, then put it into Google Drive and then download it on your phone, you're better off putting it up with your phone in vertical onto Shorts, and then you can do just about anything with it. But if you do it on your horizontal, it's not going to come up right, and it's just going to be all different ways. It's not going to look good. Because some of my older shorts, sometimes I did that thinking I was a smart aleck and get away with it, but it didn't work. Yeah. And I tell you what, you can get into it with it. So, and if you do it with your phone, shoot it in vertical one time.
There, I posted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll plug them out. I'll plug them. I don't have any shame.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're you know what? They're a bunch of good guys. And
Did it show up?
no, I didn't see it
Am I not a moderator?
on your own channel.
Maybe I'm not. I might have to look into that.
Well, you put up the thing for people to join you. P digits, yes. I tried it one time. I'm not a big fan of it because they're putting stuff in that they think will work rather than stuff that I like. There it is. You got it.
Yeah, but it didn't let. Let me.
I didn't even see if we're on YouTube.
It didn't put the link up. I'm gonna try that one more time. Let me try this.
There you are.
See if that goes. There it went. Well, it went up on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it came up. There it went. Okay.
Yeah. Now see on here with Opus Clips up onto YouTube, there's a big delay. Real big delay. So when I asked them, it said it's normal for everything to go up. I said, yeah, but I'm not getting anybody posting anything in YouTube. It's not coming up on mine. Or
Yeah.
somebody said, they said there might have been a problem. Could be on both sides. So and there again, Grumpus, they're changing things constantly. So it's
Well,
always
everybody's trying to stay ahead of the curve.
yeah. Everybody's
They
in.
want to be
Everybody's in.
first.
Everybody's in the mode. Yeah, that Opus Clips works really well. Now, what I just started doing is I started doing through Copilot or ChatGPT. I've been starting to make thumbnails through them.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
with my image, pictures that I send them up there, and just the way they put it up, different wording and stuff. I always put my food up in a different way.
Yeah.
Some of it looks good, some of it would be okay. But now this new way of doing it, putting it up through AI with it. Okay, they use whatever you tell them to use as far as titles and stuff like that, and they pop. I mean, the one the other night I did the sampler, that thing jumped like crazy.
Now see on my thumbnails, I have always pulled them from the video
That's what I was doing.
because I don't put I don't put a title on my thumbnails. I just
Okay.
put my logo. I take a picture. I snap a picture out of the video, I put my logo on top of it, and because the title's in the description, so I don't need to put it on. I don't feel like I need to put it on the thumbnail itself. I may
Right.
be wrong, but people that and when I take my clip, I always bring it into Photoshop, and
Mm.
I bump the contrast just a little bit. I rarely have to add any color or anything to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I will bump the contrast just a touch, just to kind of give it a little bit of pop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I've always done my thumbnails.
I went into what do you call it? My analytics and stuff like that. You can ask different questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And they said thumbnails are fine, okay, but try this and see what
Yeah.
happens. Okay. So for instance, Marie makes her own. All right. And for today's video, I made one from her with her name with everything on it. Okay. And all of a sudden, within a couple hours of it going up, she got a lot of views, a lot more views.
Good night, Jen. Have a good one.
Take care.
Have a great Sunday.
I'm just trying to see something here. I'm trying to find one of my. Let me see if this will work. One minute.
Now,
I
here's
don't know.
something I just noticed. Now we got the moving background here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not moving on YouTube.
Really? See, that's what I'm talking.
This is the third EV Mux background I've used that does not stay animated on YouTube. Now, if I bring in my own, it seems to work fine.
Wow. See,
So I don't know why.
there again, the latency on it is that's a big issue.
Let's see here. Testing.
1113.
So that's about a 5 or 6 second delay. There's always been a delay on the broadcast.
Yeah, always. Yeah, and they say that's 100%. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking with any overlays and stuff that you put on there, it just doesn't pick it up. So that could have something to do, with the latency. It's because if I'm moving my hands, and if you went over to um, YouTube, you wouldn't see that until you know.
Yeah, Susie, I'm talking about the dark blue background behind everything.
Yeah,
It is not moving.
Grumpus. I just want to show you. This is what I'm talking
There
about
we go.
here.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks
So
real good.
like I said, give it a try. So I mean,
Yeah.
and not. I don't want to turn out to be AI driven everything. Okay, I
Yeah.
still want my hand involved in there, but they're throwing out these little curveballs to you for you to swing at.
Mhm.
Okay, and see what happens. That's exactly what happened with that Opus clip. Okay, they kept sending me stuff, sending me stuff to try it. Free trial, try it out, and I did because on the Sunday Dinner Chef, the shorts are taking off. They're
Okay.
doing good because I'm not monetized yet. You understand?
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
okay, so and people say, "Oh, that has nothing to do." No, that's bullshit. But over on Sunday, I mean on the Keto Cook, all right, they pop every once in a while, but then they're within 5, 6, 700 views. But that helps me get more attraction, more attention to my videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's exactly what I use them for, to go to. So now tonight, when the video goes up on the Sunday Dinner Chef, I go on and all the shorts I put up about that video, I relate them to that video, and it takes off from there. So, hey, take care, PJ. Just
I, I guess part of my issue is number one, if I clip it, we getting back into the editing thing. I enjoy editing.
right.
I enjoy Photoshop. Tweaking things, and if I didn't feel like I had to have my hands into everything, it I'd do a lot more point and click and let somebody else do the work. But
Yeah.
it's the work part that I enjoy.
See, and with Opus Clip, okay, they'll put up what they think is going to work, but I don't. Half the time, I don't like it. I have to go in and make it fit me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to keep my clips like 110, 125, 130, or under. I like to be under a minute. All
Okay.
right. So what they'll do is they'll come up with all different things in the beginning. I go into editing. They'll let you edit it. And I cut all that crap out and then just go in, in from there. But then they have other features with that would take me forever to get. So I just put one up for this Wednesday coming up. I'm cooking in a wok. Okay. So I say, well, we got the wok going. We're going to rock and roll with it. Matter of fact, we're going to walk and roll. All right. So what I do was I to their free downloads, okay, for their photos or videos,
Uh huh.
they had a rock band playing.
Okay.
So I put that in, okay, as what do they call that? I forget what they call it. So it'll cut me out, and then you see the guys playing the guitar when I said walk and roll,
Uh huh.
and then you shut that off and come it up.
Slick.
So that's all these enhancements that you do, but you're
Yeah.
the one that's got to put that in there. You're the one still got to do the work with it.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not just forget about it. Me just clicking, letting it go like that. I don't watch stuff like that. You know,
Now see,
no,
Susie, this is what I'm talking about. See, the background now is moving. She's
right?
watching on the YouTube side. See how there's animation in the very back. Now
Okay,
there's now some of the EV mucks supplied backgrounds for whatever reason they stay active on the screen here, but they freeze up on YouTube.
okay, they're
So
working
there's no
now.
rhyme or reason for it because this is also an EV muck's background.
Yeah, it's working on mine.
Yeah, it's working now, but
Yeah.
that other blue background it worked for a few minutes, and then it froze up.
So with the Riverside, um, this is what I was playing with today. Was bringing up as I'm talking about something, bringing up the pictures and have it rolling through. All right.
Yeah.
I had issues with it because I couldn't get screenshots up. But the reason why I couldn't put screenshots up was because I got it generated off the computer. Okay. And I think there was copyright strikes on it.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Because you know what it said? Invalid, invalid, invalid. So they got their butts covered. There's a lot into it. So I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to get into it with it, but um, I'm going to give it a shot.
Now,
And
see,
like,
this appears to be working. And this is one of mine, so I don't understand it.
it's working now. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got to do a show one night on testing different things out.
Hell, that's every show. We're already doing that, Tom.
Yeah. Duh. It's all a learning curve. I mean, you know
That's
what?
what makes it fun. I mean, if people can watch us stumble around and get something out of it, why not?
5 years ago, if you told me I'd be doing Saturday nights on YouTube, I tell you, you're drunk.
And looking forward to it. What's wrong with
Yeah.
us?
Exactly. Marie says to me, she said, "You got no butt as it is." She said, "You got nothing now." I say, "I got a hole in my back. I'm sitting on
Yeah.
a chair all night."
What is it? I got to put these on screen. I can't read them.
I'm like our Mikey. Mikey likes it. Let Mikey try it. Yeah. So I mean, it intrigues me to be getting involved with some of this stuff and just see how it evolves. You know, and there again, it's changing so much every day.
And look how we've evolved.
Yeah. 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 Simply That's why Susie, go for it, man. You want to put some shorts up and stuff like that? Hell yeah.
Yeah, don't let anybody tell you you can't.
And there's so many different platforms now.
Everything's hard the first time, but
Yeah.
you only have to learn it once.
Yeah. You don't have to destroy your computer one time. That's all. And have to rebuild it and figure out where you're at.
Fire department's only been here once.
Yeah. It's that fat guy playing with his computer again. Too funny. Too funny. I don't know. But I think we got to rally everybody. I think, Susie, we got to get everybody that knows Grumpus. We got to get him coming soon. I think to start putting videos out.
I was thinking about doing it tomorrow, but I don't think the weather's going to let me. I was going to do the corned beef and cabbage thing. I was gonna smoke a head of cabbage and do it a certain way to out of the ordinary, but I just don't think the weather's going to let me do it.
Yeah, but Susie, don't let that get you down. We look at it this way. Here's what I was doing wrong. Okay, in the beginning, doing the same stuff over and over and over again at nauseum. Okay, until people, I would say, I was sick of looking at me. You know what I mean? But then I started changing things up, and I went with the podcast, and things started moving. Really started moving. And I'm saying to myself, people like that.
Yeah.
So let's try that. Now let's incorporate this. Let's incorporate that. And I got to tell you something. Every once in a while, I'll ask AI about my channel, what direction it's going. You know what they said? Stop complaining. I swear to God, I should have saved it. People want to hear happy. I said, well, you're barking up the wrong tree there, chat GBT, whatever the hell your name is. What are you, Jack from India?
Susie, look how far you've come in 5 months.
Yeah.
Look where you're at and stop looking at where you think you should be, because you're right where you need to be.
Yeah.
5 months down the road and looking to do something different.
Yeah.
I made you think of the video. You're going, well, good. You can have that copyright free.
Exactly. Even my wife. Okay, I said, Marie, we got to do something different. I want her to do a live, just to talk about certain things and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna watch. I said, you don't know that. Okay, is she gonna force me? I mean, you're gonna make. I'm gonna watch.
I can see you two doing a podcast together. My life with Tom. The chat should blow up.
We do that on Seniors Food and Life, and I tell you, once she gets going, off she goes. She said, for a while there, I said, "Come on, you got to get in the kitchen. You're gonna make a video of seniors." Okay. She says, "What do you want me to make?" I said, "Meatballs." I am sick of making meatballs. And then she starts yelling at me. But then she gets into it and stuff like that. So Marie is afraid of change. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us are like that.
But Grumpus, she's got a cardboard box in a closet here of stories that she's written. Not put up yet.
Yeah.
I said, how about if we make like an audio book or something? I don't want to do that. Okie dokie. Whatever. So, but it takes her a while to change, for things to change.
Well, I've got, let me see here. I use Evernote for,
that's what it was. Evernote.
I use Evernote on everything. My whole life is on Evernote. But I've got, I don't know if you can read that or not, but here's one that, let's see if that'll blend. Let me try a different camera. Let me try this. Video ideas. So I'm constantly putting down ideas for videos.
Right.
As things hit me, it's just implementing and getting them on the plan.
No, I totally
not for lack of ideas. It's just getting my butt out there and doing it.
I totally get it. And if I don't do it,
And
I'm doing something every day like that. If I
and
don't do it, then
having new loud neighbors has really knocked some of the wind out of my sails.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, I
But then
totally.
again, I'm using that for an excuse.
Yeah, and even CJ, he's saying, "Well, you're not good with the weather and stuff like that." And you got an oven inside, don't you?
Yeah.
You got burners inside, don't you? You know how to cook. Start putting them ideas together. Put them inside. There's no set rules. How I look at it, you know what I mean? If I want to make a strawberry blackened steak, okay,
Go for
do
it.
it. Exactly.
Ain't no rules.
That's my point. And so with everybody, other than a couple people that go on and just destroy things. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And they get a lot of good views and stuff like that. But I mean, that's not my cup of tea. I like to see what attracted me with you, Grumpus, was the wave in your head. No, was was the way you were explaining things and your calmness. Okay, talking. I mean, sometimes you want to hear when I bring everything in to edit. You want to hear some language. Pardon.
Maybe we need a video of you editing.
Yeah, freaking pork, red bastard. But I mean, the demeanor. See, I got to get it done, get it out there, and then I try to back it off when I get in doing the editing.
Yeah.
But when you told me about that guy with the brick oven, I'm like, "Jeez, are you kidding me?"
It don't look like he's stressing over anything.
Oh, broccoli's done.
Yeah.
I mean, but hell, I think
You couldn't be more right, Susie.
yeah. And
I've
CJ,
I've gotten out of the habit, and I mean the camera's still sitting right here, is all charged up, ready to go. It's just I've gotten out of the habit, and I'm in my own way, to be honest with you.
yeah, yep. Even like with that bottle that you had spraying and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Wow, that's pretty neat. Look at that. And how many years ago was that you did that?
I got more comments about that spray head on those bottles than I ever did on any food.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, there's people that say, "Well, how many ways can you cook a brisket?" Have you ever tried cooking a brisket on an open fire and smoking it and doing it? Have you ever tried that before you go run at the mouth about, "Oh, that's all I do is brisket. Go and drink beer and that's the end of it." I don't think so. So
Well, those are not the people we're making the videos for anyway.
exactly. But I mean, even stuff with me, I did that chuck roast and wine and onion and garlic and
Hmm.
stuff like that. The guy said, "Ah, it looks way too well done." Okay. It was braised, you
Thanks
freaking
for
maniac.
watching.
Yeah, exactly. See you next time. I don't know.
Watch me next time when I don't overcook it.
Yeah. And I'm saying to myself as I'm eating, I'm saying, "Look at this food. This is beautiful." I don't know. I don't know. But well, buddy, what do you think?
Well, Susie, I was just telling Tom the other night, I'm just now starting to feel like my old self. I'm I can see myself getting out there this summer and doing some stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I spent all last summer in a lawn chair. I'm not apologizing for it because I really enjoyed it. But I don't, I just didn't feel like doing the stuff that needed to be done. It was easier just sit in a chair and avoid it. Now I'm going to find things to do to avoid other things.
And see when I take time, okay, and then relax, kick back,
Hmm.
put the TV on, watch a little something. My mind's always going, "Oh, maybe I could do that. Let me go take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Maybe go do this. Maybe go do that." Even my analytics. There's like a coach that you can chat with the whole bit, okay? And they said, "Hey, Keto Cook, time to start reusing some of your old videos." Yeah, never thought of that. Put them up, like reconstitute them, I guess, or
Yeah.
redo them. And
Put some fresh eyeballs on them.
Marie says to me, "Yeah, do that one where you drop the camera in the soup."
Got to get you to cut your finger.
Yeah,
Give us a bigger chunk this time.
yeah. Take it like knuckle high. Too funny. Too funny.
Yeah, we could probably wrap this up. I can't get Susie to come up. Susie, you
Yeah,
want to come up for 5 minutes? Here's the link. You come up and say hi.
yeah. Come on up.
I don't want the whole evening to go by and me and Tom was the prettiest ones up here.
Yeah. She even put makeup on. Look at that shiny skin. Noxzema in my head. I tell you what, me and you both got some runways there, buddy.
It's getting easier and easier to get it to stay back.
I get up in the morning and go, too late, of course.
Well, all right.
So,
Well, Tom, I'm glad you found out something with your other software.
yeah. I'm gonna probably do a couple real quick. Just go up and see what's going on with it, and work it out. There again. I mean, I don't do a lot of lives, but in the same token, if I want to, I'm gonna make sure I have the stuff behind me that I can do it. So
Well, I mean, like we said last night, you may have two tools to use for two different styles.
yeah,
I mean, to try to find one that's going to do everything, that's going to be pretty tough.
yeah. You know what I was thinking too the other night was YouTube. You can go up live on YouTube, okay, but they don't have all the other bells and whistles. Even if you do have OBS, okay, you think you could do that to go up with them, but they don't. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Maybe one
Susie,
day.
you're welcome anytime.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Says we got 11 watching still. So take me and you out. That's 9 people.
Yep.
So
One is my parole officer.
the other one's my witness protection people.
Yeah. Henry. Johnny India.
So everybody in chat, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yep.
It's always appreciated. You take your time, and you could be doing a lot of different things, but I appreciate you hanging out with us. Tom, what you got going on this week?
I got a bunch of stuff going on. I got well, actually tonight, right now, coming up, I have I did some eggplant on the Sunday dinner. Monday, I have explaining about how I had to go on insulin. Okay, so that's on a podcast. And then Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to have a special that I'm going to put up for St. Patrick's Day. And then Wednesday again, do all my other stuff.
I
Friday.
have a few specials myself Tuesday.
Yeah. And this ain't no BOGO. But
Well, I'm gonna give it my best to try to finish editing a video that I shot over a year ago. A little DIY, a little modification on my pit. See if maybe that'll jolt me back in the line a little bit.
yeah, Grumpus, so it does. Not to stay on here long, but does it rust really bad?
My pit,
Yeah.
the only rust I have on the pit is on my firebox.
Okay.
And most of that, I'll say 90% of that is my fault. I mean, the pit's got a great coat of paint on it.
Okay.
Whatever Chris paints that with, it's good. But I have done a lot of experimentations on fires and stuff. Now that thing's 7 foot long, so if I want to run 300 degrees on the vertical side, I got to crank a pretty good fire up in that firebox to get it that far down the line.
Wow. Okay, that's a big.
I did I did the brisket chili in a Dutch oven over the firebox.
Wow.
But I also did cornbread in a cast iron skillet at the other end of my horizontal. Well, to get that up to temperature, I really had to crank the firebox up.
Wow.
So any blistered paint, I'm gonna blame myself.
Okay.
And in fact, I've thought about doing a YouTube video. It's coming on 8 years I've had that thing. Maybe I need to do an 8-year review on how the pit's holding up, modifications I've made, and then maybe even do a review on, sanding and repainting and
Yeah.
sprucing it back up.
That
But
thing's a
but it's out in the weather all the time, and I don't have any rust except on the firebox where I have blistered paint. That's my fault.
that thing's a beast. I would there again. I mean, who knows if I stayed, in my house and stuff like that in Florida and everything like
Yeah.
that. Who knows what I would have?
Well, you
I
never
mean,
know.
so
I mean,
everything.
I am famous for being somebody with buyer's remorse. It don't matter if it's $5 or 5,000. I always second guess because I'm cheap that way. But I have never second guessed what I spent on this pit. I even surprised myself.
I love her. Check your belly button.
For live-ins.
You're a piece of work, Susie. I love it to death. I don't know. All right, boss.
All right, we'll see you. I will be checking out your videos this week.
Okay.
Susie, good seeing you again or talking to you. We'll be watching your videos.
Yep.
And we will be here next week. We'll probably be Charlotte at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it'll be me around 11.
So I might be in touch with you this week just to jump up real quick there.
Sure. If you anytime I can help you, Tom.
No more than a half hour or something, just to
I
get
like
some
your stuff.
You
So
too.
everybody else in the chat, good night. Have a good Sunday.
Yep. And if I don't talk to anybody else, happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah. And I will see you next time. So
Okay, good.
we're out of here.
Take care.